Yo. Oh, shit. That's right. That's right, Bearfax. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. All right. Broken. Broke pair. Broke pair's not bad. Free pair. Free pair's no good. No good. Broke pair's a contender. Ooh. Reflective pair. Reflective pair is nice. Reflective pair? Or broke pair? That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's go reflective pair. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Please don't be a simp. And my friends, I hope you pull a violin. Have yourself a merry fucking Christmas. Oh, just lost 5 viewers. Just lost 5. All right, guys, let's get serious. Let me remember what's going on here today. Horn, check. Glasses, check. Say things. That's coming up next. Show things. That's coming up after that. We got a few sample packs. Gonna open 2 today. And then we're gonna have a giveaway. I stopped short on that one. All right. Merry Christmas to all. God, it's hot in here. Merry Christmas to all. All right. So what I thought I'd do here is have a bit of a retrospective of how this year has gone in Sorcery. I'll show you stuff instead of my face. Let me see. So audio's good. Kaio is number 1. All right. Agreed. Good luck, everyone, on the samples. Thank you guys for tuning in on Christmas Eve here. Taking some time away from family for a holy event. The unopening of 2 sample packs, one of which is a sample pack break that people bought into before the live event here. And then we're going to have a pack. So I made a deal with a guy in the UK, and I bought 5 packs. And before I prearranged that I would sell 2 sealed packs. I usually don't sell sealed packs, but I sold 2 of them to a guy named Joseph in the Discords, and he generously agreed to allow me to open his pack on channel. So we're gonna do that, and then after we open them, he's gonna decide 2 of the ordinary sample cards to give away to people following the stream today. So if you're on, you're going to have to be on the YouTube feed on that. If you're in the Sorcery Contested Realm community Facebook group, you're going to want to pull up YouTube instead because I need to see the entries coming in the live chat here. And if you're on Facebook, I only see you coming through as Facebook user. I won't be able to identify who's who. So only YouTube comments will be valid. We'll do 1 through YouTube, and then the other, and I should have had this pulled up, the other will be on the Discord. Let me see here. If you go to the show, what do you call those things? The description in the bottom, there's a link there to Collector Arthouse Linktree, and then if you join the Collector Arthouse Discord, if you're not on there already, the way you're going to be eligible for the second pack is you go to a channel, a text channel called Sample Pack Break 7 Orders. It's a nice little meme there. So in there, when the time comes later for that giveaway, we're going to have an opportunity where you could comment in there and win a card. All right? A sample card, which are pretty hot commodities because they're extremely rare. 244 packs into Kickstarter. Believed to be maybe a few boxes printed to do test prints by the company prior to that. And we know some of that because there was a giveaway with Simon and Red Zone Rogue where they gave Red Zone Rogue 12 packs. And actually, that one was his 12 packs. He just happened to open them on the channel. So he got 12. So we believe there's at least one booster box where those were disseminated. And also some early influencers and content creators received like one pack, you know? So those were spread kind of wide and far, I guess, the people that contributed to the project early on. And so, you know, there's probably 244 packs from the Kickstarter, maybe at least one booster box beyond that. And that's it. It's pretty rare. So that's 244 packs plus 36 is like, what, 280? 280 packs or so? Let's call it 300 to 400. Let's call it 300 to 400 sample packs in existence times 15 cards. Very limited number of cards. I'm getting distracted by the Discord. So I'm going to lower that screen. And yeah, so sample packs are super rare. We do breaks on the channel. This is break number 7. And then actually I opened up channels in the Collector Arthouse Discord for future breaks. And I think one pack sold out in one day. The demand was crazy. People started queuing up for the break after that. So sample pack breaks 8 and 9. And both 8 and 9 are pre-sold already. So on the weekend of January 6th, is it? Yeah, next weekend is New Year's. So we're going to take a break for that weekend. And then the weekend of January 6th, either the 6th or the 7th, that's Saturday or Sunday, we're going to break 2 more sample packs. And then there'll be more after that because we got a lot of sample packs here. So what are all these sample packs? All right, so the 5 that I acquired are right here. And actually, the guys participating today, I think we talked about opening one of these UK packs. You know, how do you know the difference? Well, the UK, these packs in Europe, in the UK, and then like I bought, the last 2 we did were from Germany. So this is our testing random theory. This is our first time testing sample packs from the UK. And the ones in the UK have these stickers on front, right? So for the giveaway, we're going to open one of these. We got 5 of those, right? And then for the break today, we're going to open one of these. So I'll just, grab 2 of these at random. This one has a bit of a faded label. So let's definitely open that and see what's up with that one. We'll do these 2, set these aside. And then you notice the difference here. All of these were from my pledge pack, my pledge tier, the Avatar of the Realm pledge tier, right? And I'll explain that in a moment here as we look at some of these grails. So US packs in this hand, UK packs in this hand. Sticker on front, no sticker on front, sticker on back, you know? So they're a little more presentable. So I'm going to send one of these off to Joseph, and we're going to open his other one, and then we're going to have a break of one of these. One of these, actually. Those 2. All right, so let's set these aside. Make some space. I kind of gave you the intro. If you go to I pinned, I think. I don't know. Go to Collector Arthouse YouTube. I have a guide for everything sample packs. I don't want to belabor this every time because I talk about it every time. You go watch my prior streams. You can watch that YouTube video. It's like a guide, everything, a guide to sample packs or something. A comprehensive guide to sample packs, something like that. Look for it on the channel. It's a recorded video, so it's in the regular section, not the live section. And I have like a video where I'm showing off like a ton of sample cards and talking about the provenance and what that's all about. All right, so these are the 2 we're going to open and put those off to the right there. This is the artist card, right? So thinking back on, I don't know if I told the story of how I became an Avatar of the Realm pledge backer, you know, but like what turned me on to sorcery was the artists, you know? And there's what, 36 artists here in total for Alpha. A lot of them are in the Sorcery Contested Realm community Facebook group and have been piping in this week, wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and having a good time. It's great to engage with them. You know, one of my proudest contributions to sorcery and the sorcery community is bringing the artists really into the community via the Facebook group predominantly and our live events for both Alpha and Beta box opening celebrations where you guys got to see the artists on the channel, get a little taste of their personality and see who they are as people beyond super talented, like amazing artists, right? So that connection is really special. A lot of people, you know, the greatest thing I like to hear is how people are really connecting with the art in this TCG more so than they have in others throughout their TCG fandom, you know, of other games. That's really awesome and special. It's a real connection between community and artists. And it's being reflected in both the sample, the artist proof cards and the recent sales of paintings. You know, like a lot of us have been fortunate to acquire paintings, some early on, and the value of those has really grown, I think, with for a couple of things. One, this great success and debut of the game, and of course it's a success of the game, and it's appreciation for the art and the artists, right? So I'm great to see their success. Really happy to be a part of that. And thank you to all the artists for being a part of this ride. Now, getting back to the pledge tier, I started talking about this. When I backed the Kickstarter, look at this here. This is what I got with the Kickstarter. So you get this little print, right? And those of you guys in the collector tier, hang on a second. So, if you back the collector tier, you get one of these little guys, right? This is the Eric's Curiosa artwork, right? And it's about so this frame here, so it overshoots the frame a little bit. I got to get a larger frame. This frame is 5x7. The card is maybe roughly 5x7 or slightly bigger. But if you backed at the collector tier, which was 24 people, I think it was what, $2,500? You get this, and it says, "Thank you from everyone at Eric's Curiosa for making our campaign such a success. We hope you enjoy your original piece of Sorcery Contested Realm history." So this came with the painting that you received in the collector tier. If you backed, and let me put this aside. If you backed at the Avatar of the Realm tier, this was 4 people, $10,000. Pretty wild for an indie TCG. If you backed at that level, you end up getting one of these prints, and you saw the size disparity, right? This is a larger print, and you can see this one was hand-signed by Eric here, which is really, really nice and cool. And you see, I backed at that level. So it says, "Hello, Michael. Thank you from everyone at Eric's Curiosa for being the biggest backer in the realm. We hope you enjoy your Avatar of Fire." So it's personalized. I was the 4th Avatar of the Realm, Avatar, what was it? Yeah. Was it called Avatar of the Realm tier? Man, I'm getting old. So it's 4. I was 4th, right? So you got to pick the art of the 4 elemental avatars in the order that you backed. And the first 3 that beat me, they got to pick. The Avatar of Fire fell to me, but I feel very fortunate because it's a beautiful artwork. And then you see this is personalized. This one had the fire theme, Scorched Earth artwork by Dan Seagrave. I have this original painting. It's an oil on canvas, very large, amazing painting. I revealed that with Severin on the channel. I had her on for our alpha debut. For over a year, I didn't tell anyone that I was a backer at that level, not even Severin. So I had her on the channel, and then I pulled out the painting itself and showed her live, and it was a very special moment, one of the big special moments earlier this calendar year. It was very sentimental and captured now on the interwebs and YouTube that I can cherish for a long time. And yeah, it's just really an awesome piece of memorabilia. Canon, it's not coming across too bright, but it's just a Canon, like photo paper. Simple, signed by Eric, but a nice, beautiful memento. All right, so actually, let me get back to that story really quick. How did I become an Avatar of the Realm pledge backer? So when the Discord opened up in fall of 2021, I always forget if it was 2021 or 2022. You guys in the chat can remind me. I got on the board with the Discord probably like a month into it. And you can see I ran my mouth in there for like 2 years, like crazy. I'm like one of the top ranked Discordians in there. So, I really built a connection with the community and with the artists, and was just super into the game. Starting with the artists and the artwork was my initial appeal as an art enthusiast and a collector. And, I played Magic back in the day, a little bit of Hearthstone here and there. But I got little kids now, it's difficult to play. So I'm more into art appreciation and collecting. And that was kind of my interest early on in Sorcery. Although I've grown an appreciation for the gameplay as well. It's really an amazing game. So when it came around, let's skip ahead 6 months or whatever it was to the Kickstarter. Leading up to that, Eric was on the fence about whether he wanted to do foil cards at all, right? And I was like, listen, do what you got to do, but we need full art cards. Just give me full art cards, and why don't you just make like a full art set as like an add-on, backer kit add-on for like $100, $200 or something accessible where we can just have a full set of the art, full art. That's it. You could have a regular back, you could have no back, whatever the hell you want. Just go full art. I want to own all the cards, right? And yeah, he didn't do that. Instead, he put them on the back of the foils. And then so I was like thoroughly demoralized because the pull rates were what, 1 in 4 packs, 1 in 5 packs, something like that. So 403 cards. I mean, extreme rarity, especially with the uniques. Just so hard to get a full set of foils. And I was like, shit, what am I going to do now? Should I even back this thing? I was like, I'm never going to have a full set. Like, what's the point? So when the Kickstarter opened, I went for the early bird tier level, which was 1 case and 1 sample pack. And I had it in my cart, in my queue. And then I was like doing the checkout stuff. And all of a sudden, like, it froze up and it didn't close, right? And eventually, it just timed out. Like, I didn't get it, so I had to log out. I logged back in. I had nothing. I did not even back the Kickstarter for like 6 weeks or something absurd. And I was like, man, what am I going to do? I missed all the early stuff, all the collector stuff that I cherish, the opportunity of the painting, the sample packs, which I'm super into because of the history of the game and all that. And, I just sat on it for like 6-7 weeks. And then in the Discord, and some of you guys are going to hate this because, you opened the door for me, and I was quick. I was quick to move. So there was a Discord that alerts you when people drop their pledge tier. And what happens, apparently, this is the first Kickstarter I've ever backed, ever. And I've been out of TCGs until like 2018 or 2019, 2020, something like that. I started getting back in. I played Magic as a kid, and then I moved like halfway through freshman year of high school. So I moved out of state, so I lost all my childhood friends. I stopped playing Magic. I never bought a Magic pack or card or played the game ever again since like, I don't know, what was it, 1994-ish or something like that is when I moved from upstate New York, Rochester, New York, to Philadelphia suburbs area. And so I just turned my back on Magic. I had no friends to play with. I just gave it up, and it was like too expensive to keep up with too. So I was like, F it, I'm out. I'll cherish the nostalgic memories. But then Sorcery came along, and I was like, hey, I'm a little older now. I have more means, and like I say, I was on the fence. I was like, I'll go for the early bird. It was like $700, which is kind of, it was a lot to spend. I didn't even know what Kickstarter was, honestly. I never backed a Kickstarter. I just didn't know what it was. And I figured out it's like this thing that comes to market for these new games. And I was like, $700. I'll just, spec on it a little bit, take a flyer. The art's beautiful. Maybe this will be a big deal. But then I found out about this Discord that announces when people drop their pledge. And then one day, I was at work and someone dropped their pledge. And immediately, I raced on my phone. I was like, and I bought it instantly. $10,000. I didn't say anything until I think I might have emailed my wife or something. I was like, hey, I just spent $10,000 on a Upstart card game. We'll talk about it later. All right. So then I went home and I was like, listen, when I was a kid, I was really into Magic, but I was like, 13, 14 years old. I was younger than that when I started. That's about, I don't know, halfway through high school. Freshman year of high school when I stopped, so I was like 15. I didn't have a job or anything. I couldn't really afford any serious investment. I was just into Revised, and I had some like International Legends pack somehow and this and that. So I was like, I had a friend that had an older brother that was like one of these early adopters of Magic, and he had a lawn business in the company, and he made a lot of money with that. He did pretty well, and he would just buy like boxes and boxes of early Magic stuff, alpha, beta, the ABU stuff, like all of it. And he had like page after page of like all Black Lotus, A9 stuff, like all the grails. And I just like looked up to him and kind of, it mind effed me for life, I was like, I want to be like this guy someday. So when Sorcery came along, I was like, here's my chance. The top tier dropped, and I just threw 10 G's at it. And I went home to the wife and I told her this story, and I was like, look, I'll, YOLO, right? I mean, like, this is the last shot. I always wanted to like have a collection like this guy when I was a kid. So, I'm just going to give it a shot and YOLO, F it, So I did it. And then I was just super into it. And I didn't really care about the risk of financial loss or anything like that, because I knew I would cherish the painting and just, having some of the early cards and appreciating the art across the game in card form. It came with a lot of amazing stuff. There was like a full set of artist proofs. This painting, oil on canvas, beautiful painting, one of the top grails in alpha. I don't know, 4 cases or something like that, some play mats, some pre-con kits. Like, it was a pretty loaded package, right? So 22 minutes in, where's the opening? I'm telling the story of how I got the Avatar of the Tear pledge. So that's basically the gist of it. And then I, one thing led to another. I started forming really strong friendships and relationships with the artists. And through my different platforms like the Facebook group and my Discord, which recently hit 1,000 members. So thank you to you guys who are active in there and create a good, positive, fun environment. It's really great. There was opportunities to do auctions of sample cards initially and then work with the artists to help them with their artist proofs and their original paintings and things like that. So here we are, guys. That is the story of how I backed at that level. The wife was understanding, shockingly. She was like, all right, I'm getting a purse, I think is what she said. Something like that. I don't know. I think she said I'm getting a purse. So let's get into some of the art here. I'm going to show some art. Someone said I'm 22 minutes in. I haven't even opened the pack yet. But it's more than that. It's a retrospective on the year. So thank you for bearing with me, guys, for the background and like how I got into sorcery on such a major level and how we got to today. And now I want to reflect back on the first year. Before I forget, I thank the community. I thank the artists. I want to also thank Eric's Curiosa, Eric, Simon, Rafa, the other guys at Eric's Curiosa that, have been like very generous with helping me out. Actually, so let me rewind the clock one more time. So the first thing I did before I started the Facebook group and even the Discord and any of that is I started a website because I wanted to interview the artists. And I really didn't think, I didn't like, I've been into art, but I never really went to like art shows and stuff like that. So I didn't know like many artists on a personal level. And I was like, they're probably busy just painting all the time. And, I never went on camera too. I didn't have a YouTube channel at that time. And I was like, I don't want to do a recorded like on camera interview. So I'll just create a website and I'll do a written Q&A. I'll send them like 10 questions. They'll respond. I'll write it up, and like a little blog on a website or something. I had no idea how to do a website. I didn't know how to do I didn't know what a domain name was or so I found I just YouTubed like a ton of shit. I just YouTubed my face off for a couple weeks and, I just figured out how to do some basic things, right? So I created a website where I found all the full art. I combed every social media of every artist and researched their backgrounds and collected all the full art images and created a full art gallery. All the cards from the early days, wrote some articles about things I was discovering with the early development of the game. And so I had this archive. I've interviewed close to 15 of the alpha artists. And then also Heidi Talifer is coming up in Arthurian Legends, I believe, and then Ed Bear Jr. We've done a bunch of stuff together too. So it's a pretty comprehensive archive. So I had this website, and Eric really liked it, I'm really honored and flattered by that. And he included it in the Kickstarter campaign. There was a link to it, which is really amazing to, in some small way, be part of the initial Kickstarter of Sorcery TCG. So all of this led up to acceptance of my wife going nuts, or accepting that I went nuts on the Kickstarter pledge. All right, so there's that story. And when I started talking to Andrea Modesti, if you look at the art card again, this is in order of artist commission for the game. And the very first artist commission for the game was Andrea Modesti. Here, see? The order goes left column and then right column. So Andrea was number 1, and I loved his artwork right away. It just had kind of like an old school nostalgic vibe. I like art that has like scenic beauty in it like this. Let me see if I can do something about this glare. I just love like nature art, like that, or like landscape style art. And as I was researching the history of the game, I've talked about this on the channel before, but it was early days, so not a lot of views, right? So initially, this was commissioned as a portrait landscape. And as you know, this is now called Humble Village, and it's an atlas site in a landscape format. This here is a print, right? This is not the original painting. So he initially did it. This was before Eric made the decision to do the landscape style Atlas cards. They were all vertical, conventional, traditional TCG style cards in portrait mode. So Andrea did this painting as shown here. And I bought this original painting from him. And I think I'm going to show it here in a little bit. But I have the landscape style version of this. And initially, he told me the story about how this was vertical before Eric requested that change and it was redone. So you had this, the text box would have went over the birds and that would have been the Easter egg. And you had this in portrait style. So when I bought the painting, I was like, hey, if you could if I could buy a print from you, I'd love to, tell your story on the channel. And Andrea Metesti has a beautiful, really old school blog website, right? Where he has like just these blog posts. It's really cool because he has a lot of, I'm really like honored he has a lot of references to my channel and some of the features I've done of his artwork. And on there, you'll see all kinds of art like this. He does beautiful scenic art. I just featured some of his holiday cards in the community group on Facebook. So I was like, give me one of those portraits, with portrait mode prints, and I will feature it on the channel and tell your story about how you did this beautiful vertical painting, and then I'll show the horizontal one. So I did that, and that's what this is from. Now, beyond that, one of the very first full-scale original paintings that I purchased was Kythera Mechanism. At that time, it was known as Predestination. So we were in the Discords, and I don't know, somehow Eric revealed Predestination, and my jaw dropped, and I was like, God damn, man. Shouldn't say that on Christmas Eve. I was like, damn it, I need to own that painting. So I reached out to Severin right away, and I was like, please tell me you have that painting. Whatever it costs, I just want to buy it, all right? And then she also had the original sketch still. So this is very large. It's barely showing up on camera. This is the original sketch of what we now know to be Kythera Mechanism. At the time, it was Predestination. So that sketch is really cool, really great. On the card, he ended up inverting it. So the original painting is kind of like upside down. On the card, you'll notice the eye is at the top. This kind of looks like an eye, basically. So you see in the sketch, it's inverted, but on the card, it's more like this. And I have the original. I have the original in a safe spot. I don't think we're going to see the original today. All right, so that's it. That's the one original. Gotta make space. This is going to be awkward. I got wrappers all over the place from breaking packs. All right, next, I started getting into embellished prints, right? So here, working with the artists, what I often do is these special embellished print projects, and I usually do 10 copies of those. An embellished print is some of the artists were not actually familiar with embellished prints, and I was like, the idea is you do the print, and you either paint over top or you paint like almost like a full-scale altar where you can paint new elements either onto the painting or like a remark like in the border. Different ways of doing it, right? But in these concepts that I do, and typically they're offered through the Collector Arthouse Patreon for priority first, and then whichever ones don't sell out of a series of 10, I open up to the general public. Either via auction or direct sale. I usually announce those in the Discord because I don't want to spam the community group and turn it into like a marketplace type thing. So I did these 4. I don't want to take them out. They're in these protective acid-free papers. But these 4 from Melissa Benson, we got a full set of the cores that we did. And in these, all right, I'll take one out, guys. I'll take one of them out because I don't want to waste too much time. So with these, there's a set of 10. And what Melissa did is she printed these. She digitally removed this entire center gem. And so this is completely re-hand painted by her. And it looks really beautiful. Look how vivid that is. So you could tell like the background is the printed part out of the printer. And then these were completely repainted by Melissa. Amazing, amazing artist. And it's pretty special because she has such a massive backlog of art. It took a long time. We did a series of 10 of these. And as you know, there are 10 cores or gems in the set. So 10 times 4, she had to do this 40 times. 10 times for each of the cores. So there's only 10 of those in existence. You could actually see the yellow on the back as it bled through the paper, or the art paper a little bit. But only 10 of each of those gems, or 10 complete sets, exist of those. So I'm very thankful to work with a childhood hero. She might not like that. It might make her sound old. I don't know. Very nice lady, but you know, I've been enjoying her art for 30 years, and we have a set of 10 of those. Look how godly these are. Every one of these completely recreated and hand painted. In this case, the gem in the middle, the aquamarine. It looks just like it's a straight print. You know, the quality is unbelievable. The time and care she did with these is unbelievable. And there you go, the final one. So 4 of those. Now, why do I have them? I sold all 10. I always sell the 10. And then I keep 1 copy that's marked as an AP, artist proof. So there's 11, but there's 10 total. And then like I collect these and I use them to kind of like advertise. You know, I'll try to get these framed up and find some wall space. But yeah, it's like a personal collection, and I'm building like a library of some of the greatest artwork. It's going to be one of the greatest collections is my goal. One of the greatest art collections in Sorcery, between embellished prints, original paintings, all this great stuff. And I pulled it out of storage for you guys today to kind of show you and reflect on a year of all the different creations we've done with the artists. On this one, this is the first embellished print project that I did with Vincent Pompetti. So this was the champion card, and I passed on a chance to buy this card. Eric revealed it in a Discord, and I was like, I just hesitated, and somebody else grabbed it, and I always regretted it. And I was like, hey, Vincent, let's do a special embellished print series. And each one of these was just very delicately, carefully accented with embellishments. So it's a very large printing. Again, this is probably about 16 by 20 inches at least. You see this says 1 of 1, Holmganger Champion 2022. So it's marked differently from the others. The others were a 1 of 10. And there's just very delicate accents on the shield, different effects, you know, like in the hair of the warrior and in the horizon and stuff like that. And it's signed by Vincent over here. So the champion, it's the first promo prize card from Sorcery Contested Realm. Really great. Next up, we did several projects with Severin Pinot. Pinot is how you pronounce it, guys. That's the extent of my French speaking. But Severin, we did, again, 10 sets of these, each of the 4 elemental avatars. So she did 40 in total, 10 total sets. And these were embellished prints. So you see here, Severin signed these. Can I get it under the camera? It's going to be hard to see. It says EA in the corner. And that's a French word that stands for, it equates to artist proof in English. So we had a series of these for each of the elemental avatars. So I have the fire, earth, water, and air. Gorgeous set. On their print, that's kind of like her symbol, Severin Pinot. I always mess that up. And sign in the corner, 2022. So we did this one last year. You can see how early days this was. Beautiful series. All 4 elemental avatars. Gotta figure out where I'm going to lay these. So that is the 4. And here's the grail, guys. There she is. The Philosopher's Stone. So this was the first of this style of concept that we did that had a very significant embellishment. So this is a print of the Philosopher's Stone. And again, this was printed with this completely digitally removed. This was just a big white blank space right here. So Severin completely re-hand painted this. And then she sprinkled on some gold accents here that really shimmer. If you get better lighting and you get it out of this plastic acid bag, these are shimmery gold accents here of the amazing Philosopher's Stone. Gorgeous artwork, super iconic. Yeah, new games could be iconic, guys. And then the Galactic Stone. Again, similar concept. This is the artist proof copy, completely hand removed. This was all white. So these gold accents, almost makes it look like an eye, you know. There's some gold shimmer here. It's not coming across too well on the camera. And then also within the galactic sphere in the middle, right? This was an awesome idea. I really love how this one came out. So there's a set of 10. All of these are gone. They're all sold out. But there will be other ideas, new concepts that I'll be working with Severin in the new year, presuming she has the time and interest to continue to do these types of things. And what I'll also announce is that I'm honored to be collaborating with Drew Tucker on a special embellished print series of the Pathfinder. So one of the top avatars in Alpha, really powerful one, great, really cool artwork. We're going to do some embellishments of the Pathfinder in the new year, something to look forward to. I just kind of put feelers out to patrons recently. 9 of those have already been claimed. So I've been talking with Drew about maybe 2 different sizes and possibly doing 10 of each size, so we could open that up beyond Patreon as well. All right, so moving on. The legendary Ed Beard Jr. And again, I apologize for the wrap here. I'm keeping this pretty pristine. So this is the new Dragon Lord. It's going to be coming out in 2024 from Ed Beard Jr. in the mini set. We assume 2024, right? So we expect Arthurian Legends next, and then the Dragon Lord miniseries. So he says, to Mike, thanks for all you do for artists. Thank you very much, Ed. Great guy, very supportive of my efforts as I am supportive of his. Ed Beard 2023, Dragon Lord, and there's the COA printed on the matting, right? So this is the sketch version of this. Back here, there's some glare back there, so you can't see it. I have a color version, and I have the Dragon Lair, Dragon Lord Lair, and there might be some more to come with Ed in the new year, too. I'm going to be collaborating with him on some very special things. So you guys are going to want to keep an eye out for that. I think that's going to be really huge. His art is absolutely amazing. So this is number 4 of 100 out of the Artist Proof series from Ed Beard Jr. So it gets his gold signature. And then this is actually on the painting, I believe, the black. So, or on the sketch. Excuse me. That's the sketch. All right. And then, again, I want to thank the company. Early on, as I was really, I wasn't looking for anything per se as a content creator. I didn't really see myself as a content creator because, again, I wasn't really like a YouTube guy per se. I was just really into the game and wanted to do the website and the interview type stuff. But they sent me this uncut sheet of the tokens. So to my knowledge, this is the only one that's been given out to anybody beyond the company. I don't know how many, if any, exist outside of the company. But this is a token uncut sheet, right? And you see here the spacers. Look how small these are, guys. Just for look at it. Look. Here there's another uncut sheet under here. What a coincidence. All right, so we got the tiny little tokens relative to the larger cards. You can see the scale. They're much smaller, and this is a token uncut sheet. You see the Chinese lettering and numbering and the arrow for the spacers. Really awesome. They have these little token guys. Super cool. And then let me zoom back out so you get a better idea of what that looks like. All right, so we got that. And then here you have the back of the tokens, the engulfed, the amoeba and disabled, right? So, and then the Dan Seagrave artwork up top. So really awesome uncut sheet. So in the Avatar of the Realm top pledge tier, there was they came with a complete set of foil/full art uncut sheets. So I do have a complete set of those, which is incredible. I think there's like 13 or 14 of those. Only 4 exist in the world. I think Eric had like a test print one, and who knows? Maybe he has a complete set himself, but only 4 were given out to the public. Given out, I say. If you paid $10,000, you got a set, amongst other things. So I have a complete set of the foils and the full art uncut sheets, but then I also had the opportunity to acquire a set of the non-foil uncut sheets. So I only backed at the Avatar of the Realm pledge. I didn't back at collector tier. Some guys backed at 2 different tier levels, but I found a seller, someone I done high-end deals with, and I was like, hey man, I'm interested in your uncut sheets. So I got them. And I think what I did was I do a consignment for the community. I work with the artists too to sell their paintings and, paintings, sketches, artist proofs, hand embellished prints like we talked about. But I also do consignment for the community through my auctions on the community group on Facebook and also mirrored in the Collector Arthouse Discord. And I sold the 2 unique uncut sheets for him. And I was like, let's make a deal on the other 9. We were able to work it out. So I got 9 of the uncut sheets. I actually traded 1 for a curio. So I have 8 of the uncut sheets here. And I don't know if you guys have seen these, but, It's the non-foil uncut sheets. They're pretty awesome. They have the mixes. They got all the cards, right? There's 11 total. So all the uncut sheets, right? Some of them have different spacers. You should never handle uncut sheets like this. It's very dangerous. I'm trying to get to, yeah, here we go. Hang on. These are delicate. You got the lands upside down. A little unfortunate. You got some blanks there for spacing for cuts. All right. Enough is enough. That's the uncut sheets. All right. So we featured the work of a lot of the great artists of sorcery through the Embellished Print series. Last thing I want to show is a few original paintings, and then we will get to the break and the giveaways once and for all. How's everybody doing here? Well, you got Chronicles, Artist Proof, signed by Ed Beard. Ed Beard's stuff is extremely valuable. And so anything of his is cherished collectible. So that's awesome, Cosmic Seeds. All right, so I showed it earlier, the print. Here is the original painting of Humble Village. Gorgeous painting. Andrea Modesti, the first ever artist in sorcery. The great Andrea Modesti. Look how incredible this is. It's highly displayable. It's just a beautiful work of art. Stands alone outside of the game, in my opinion. And I'm just super honored to own this one. This might be... Now, I don't think it was the first one I bought from Andrea. I have a few from Andrea. But I really love this one. All right, guys. Hang on. Where were we here? All right. Let's see what's next. A little zoomy zoom. Depressed how many stones and cores you have. I don't know. Are you talking to me? I don't own any stones or cores at all. I own none. I don't really do regular cards that much. I like unique, weird, rare things. Sample cards, sample packs, original paintings, sketches, curios. I don't have a lot of mainstream cards, but it's kind of funny. So I have this first collaboration with Kyle Calzans, another artist I work with. He's going to be doing more artist proofs in the new year. We're super excited to see that now that he's done doing some other work that he had going on. So this was the combination of the Rel Dromedary with the Doomsday device. So we sketched up this concept. I was like, hey, man, we got to do this concept that Eric talked about in one of his early YouTube videos where he took your drone. He talks about your Dromedary. He called it like a simple creature or something like that, you know, and like the funny way that Eric talks sometimes. And he was like, you know, you have these simple, unassuming characters, you know, they're pretty basic cards like in other games, but they have this like great flavor in the game where they can carry across the realm the Doomsday device, you know, and just move around the board and then ba-ba-booey, it blows up and nukes everything, right? So we're like, let's do a Embellished Print crossover series with the Royal Dromedary carrying the Doomsday device. So he sketched it up. He ended up painting one like this. He has another one where it detonates and it kind of like, you see like shards of the Doomsday device all over the field here. It's absolutely amazing too, because this was a print that he then embellished, and it looks like that could have been like the original painting, right? Like he had to paint over this camel and make it blend into the horizon. And it's just like unbelievable how he pulled that off. So we sold 3 of those. I'm spitting here. He sold 3 of those, or we worked together and we sold 3 of those, and I just kept the original like sketch concept as a little memorabilia here. So amazing job by Kaio, great concept. The Highland Falconer, guys. From what I understand, this is a pretty meta-relevant painting. So interesting story here. I had a chance. I did not buy this one directly from Andrea Modesti. There was a community member who beat me to it. He acquired this one and the next one I'm going to show. And I was like, you know what? It's kind of like a lot of money, you know, with the way that the value of paintings have really spiked, which again, I'm very thankful for. I can't afford all the paintings. You know, I go for what I can now. But I'm very happy for the artist's success. That's what's important. You know, they're doing great, and that allows them to continue to, you know, pursue artwork and want to be a part of this game and feel really, you know, good about being a part of this project. So this guy he had to sell 2 of these paintings, right? Something came up and he's like, hey, I got these 2 Modestis. You think you want to auction them or something like that? He reached out to me because he knows I do community consignment. And I was like, you know what? This is rare. I usually, when people want to like offer something, I usually just do it, right? And even if like I want it badly myself, like usually people just want the cash, right? So I'm like, all right, no problem. We'll auction it. You know, it's going to suck when I have to ship it out, but we'll do it. With these ones, I was like, you know, that's Modesti. Let's talk about these. So what I thought I was going to do, I was going to buy the 2 paintings, and they were several $1,000s a piece at the time. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just buy both, and I'll auction one. You know, whatever I make back, fine. I'll keep the other. And I was going to sell this one. But then it showed up, right? And I was like, you know what? I'm not selling it. You know, I'll find a way. The wife will get over it. It's freaking amazing. It doesn't do it justice on camera here because I got this goofy lighting, this overhead lighting. But there's like this deep blue sky, and the colors of this piece are absolutely phenomenal. Just an amazing work of art by Andrea. All right, so there's the Highland Falconer, and then the Spear of Destiny. How about that one? The Spear of Destiny. So we had an elite rarity. Now we have a unique. And the Spear is just has some real rich, real-life history. I talked about it on a YouTube channel in a video feature I did in the early days. And this Spear of Destiny, man, it's just really amazing artwork. This was the one I was going to keep. I was gonna sell the Highland Falconer, but I was like, I'm not letting go of the Spear. So, you know, I own them both now. What are you going to do? The Spear of Destiny. It's gorgeous. It looks so much better in person, guys. You got this deep green in the middle. I'll have to take some nice photos of these, and I'm going to get them framed too, don't worry. But one of the first I bought from Andrea, I had to have the Candlemas Monks. And again, these are all original paintings. These are not prints. So it's such a pleasure and an honor to own so many Elf originals. The Candlemas Monks, guys. When I saw this one, I was like, this one screams 1995, right? Or 1993, whatever. Early 90s. I talked to Eric about it. I was like, hey, man, I got the monks. I got the monks. And he was like, there's something different about that one, isn't there, Mike? And I was like, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Look at those freaking monks. It just looks like classic fantasy art in its finest form. And it's very different from the others that Modesti did, too. So I really love this one. I cannot wait to get this properly framed and displayed. And is that it? All right, that's it for originals I'm going to show today, guys. We're going to get to the sample pack break now. I just kind of wanted to intro with a little retrospective in our year in sorcery. Some of the grails from the collection that I really cherish and continues to grow. All right. Hopefully the kids don't come running in here. All right, guys. The Ancient Dragon, one of my favorites from Lindsay. Great playmat. I'm going to put that aside. The sample packs. All right, so we're going to have 2 packs. Thank you guys for bearing with me there. I thought it'd be fun. I know this is a break also, and then the giveaway later, so a lot of you guys are hanging in there, dodging your family, not being a simp and chasing grandma around the house, taking some time out for a little sorcery. All right, so we got 2 sample packs today. We're going to do one for Joseph in the giveaway. We'll say this one for Joseph. The Faded Label one is the one we'll do for the community for the break, not the people that bought into the break here today. So we're going to open this pack. I'm going to need my keyboard. What is this from? Did I take some art out of the sleeve? I think that's a Benson Prince, man. I got to be careful with that. All right. All right, guys. You know the drill. We got the pre-labeled top loaders. 15 of those bad boys. I'm going to go back and read your comments later, guys. I was trying to glance at it a little bit while I was telling stories, and when I got rambly, it's because I got distracted. I'm not a good multitasker. Look at my notepad. This is, when I tell you guys I got to take notes, this is it. Mike Servati, keep it up, baby. Keep it up. A little pep talk. Gives you a little pep when you're dragging. Positive message on a notebook. All right, so that's where I log all of orders going on and stuff because I don't always have my phone on me, and I got to carry around this notepad now, especially when people are going nuts for these sample packs. Like I say, we got this one sold out, 15 slots, and then we got like 30 more slots sold out for sample pack breaks 8 and 9. It's going to happen in 2 weeks, 2 weekends from now, on the 6th or the 7th of January. So we got our 15 people. I need a mouse. I need my daughter's mouse. I got to upgrade the mouse, guys. We're going to look for I actually like this mouse. She doesn't need it, right? She doesn't need it. I think I'll keep that one. I might buy a new microphone now. So if you guys are audio-visual experts, I want to talk to you about microphones. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to display the screen. It's break time, baby. Wait, where's my agenda? It's the mother effing playbook, baby. The mother effing playbook. All right, we did horn, we did glasses, we said a lot of things, we showed a lot of things. Now we break, we give. Break, give. Break, give. 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, we're good on the 15. We're good on the 15. We're going to share the screen. All right. Entire screen. That one. Boom. The wheel of names. And what occurred to me, guys, here. Listen to this one. When I do these breaks, I go back and forth between the overhead cam and the present screen. And what I realized, I can just press this shuffle button. I got the 15 names loaded up, right? And if you guys bought 2 or 3 slots, if I just hit shuffle here, we could just preordain the order, and then I don't have to go back and forth to roll the wheel. It's incredibly more efficient. But that blows. It's not fun. You know? You got to spin the wheel. So, you can comment, guys, if you want to be more efficient in the future next time. But I think we're going to go back and forth and spin the wheel because that's tradition. And then what we're going to do, let's see. We're an hour in. I told the wife I'd try to limit it to 2 hours. We're an hour in. We got 1 more hour. I'll try to release you guys to your simping grandma again, and within an hour, maybe less. But we're gonna go to the Collector Arthouse website. We're gonna look at sorcery cards, right? And here I have all the artists featured. Look at these great artists, man. Amazing artists. 36 artists, right? You click on any one. Look at Aussie here, looking sly. Here he is. Here's all his cards. We got it sorted by artists. So when we pull the card, we'll reference the page, and then we'll compare to all the change that's happened in Sorcery through the development of the early sample cards. Spin is more fun, they say. All right, so what I'm going to do now is put this aside for a moment, get some sleeves out. I'm going to open this pack, and then so you guys don't get weird on me. Some guys are like, well, you going off screen with the pack? What are you doing with the pack? There we go. Split screen. People are blowing me up on Discord. Let me see what's going on here. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Because, I'm getting private messages from people. Let me see. Microphone. Oh, I'm getting recommendations for microphones. All right. So for the giveaway, I cannot show that. I got to be careful here, guys. Talking to Joseph about the giveaway. And he's telling me what the numbers were. All right. So what was I doing here? 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, blah, blah. I don't need to count them for you. We're going to open the pack. UK pack, right? Label on the front means UK pack. This one was strangely faded a little bit. So we're going to open that for good luck. We're going to see if I can open it cleanly. I have like a pile of these sample pack wrappers that are going to be pretty... Maybe I'll frame up like a whole frame with sample pack wrappers. Because when this is all said and done, I am very certain I will be the person who has opened the most... God damn, man, that's so hard to open. The super glue. It's mega glue. It's like carpenter's glue or something. It's like, you know those bug traps? Catch like the ants? One time I had this snake in my basement. I told Jeff Menges this story when he was on my break. I had him on the channel. There was this snake. I found it in my basement. I go down there. I stand on my bench. I got like this gym in the basement. So I stand on a weight bench. I grab one of those bug traps, and I threw it on top of the snake. It's a freaking... Can you think of a worse possible way to die than to just get acid bathed by a bug trap? So I threw it on this little bastard. I screamed like a girl when I saw it. No offense to girls. Girls are braver than me because ultimately my wife took care of it. So I find this snake. I was actually like on the ground stretching next to this freaking snake. So I was doing some light stretching because I tore my pec this one time. I was under the weight bench and I just started doing barbell presses. All of a sudden it sounds like I ripped my t-shirt. And I'm like, I kind of felt that rip beyond the t-shirt. And it was my left pec. And anyway, how did I get on that tangent? So I go down there, I'm stretching. Yeah, I do the stretching because I don't want to shred my pec, right? So I'm stretching. I look over to my left, and I see this freaking coiled snake. So right away, I jump up on the weight bench, and I start doing some brainstorming. And I'm like, how am I going to kill this little bastard? Or trap him. I figured I'll trap him, and I'll take him outside. I get on the community Facebook group. Everyone's giving me this advice. They're like, hey, just like throw something over top of it, scoop it up, and then like take it outside and throw it in the woods or something. So I did that. I thought about that, but I was too freaked out, right? So I just started throwing bug traps at it. The little bastard gets all tangled up, and then I throw a bucket over top, and then I came home from work. I removed the bucket very gingerly, like a little child, and the thing was dead. Couldn't be more dead. And I tell the wife, I'm like, it's not moving. It might be dead. It might not be dead. I really don't want to deal with it. Why don't you do something about it? So she ended up getting rid of it. And there's my snake story. Anyway, how the hell why did I even tell that story? All right. So what we're going to do, what we always do, is we sleeve these up, and then we pre-randomize and shuffle. And then it doesn't matter the order, because I'm going to randomize. I could do a little zoom out. All right, we're going to sleeve them all up. Then we're going to randomize. Then we're going to do some wheel spins. How much were you bensing? It wasn't even a crazy amount. The problem is I've been lifting since I moved, really. Like I told you guys, I moved like freshman year of high school. I was like, man, I better start getting jacked so the ladies take notice. And so I could make some friends at my new high school, you know? So I started lifting like when I was like 15 or something, you know, like freshman year of high school. And you know, I wasn't doing like crazy weight. I was probably doing like, I don't know, nothing wild, like 180 or something, you know, like a couple 45s on each side. That's probably all it was. This is like as a warm up. So I wasn't like trying to hit like a new PR or something like that. But yeah, I just shredded that shit. Fortunately, I went to the doctor. I thought I was going to be like an aesthetic freak because I was like, am I going to have a busted titty for the rest of my life? I can't. That's going to be pretty psychologically damaging. So the guy's like, yeah, you know, it's not a complete tear. Just take it easy for a while and then ease back into it. And fortunately, I was fine, you know? And if you saw me next to that Bugatti on Facebook, you could see I still got it together. Of course, I was superimposed, and that was just my massive dome on some other guy's body next to some other guy's car. But, yeah, no permanent damage, thankfully. And I just went to dumbbell presses like an old man after that. I was like, why do I even need to mess with a barbell? There's no point. So that's what I do. I wake up every day at like 5 o'clock before the kids wake up, and I lift in the basement. I get stimmed out every morning. I barely sleep. I pack some orders typically and ship them out, and then I lift. And then I go about my day and do sorcery stuff constantly. All right, guys. So there you go. What? 2 Atlas cards. 2 Atlas cards. We talked about in the past how the Atlas cards are very, very scarce. Typically in a pack, I've seen anything from none to maybe in some of the heavier packs like 3, 4, 5. So we got 2 here. So those are going to be bangers. Oftentimes they're the basic lands. It'll be interesting. I think we've pulled several basic lands in these breaks on the channel. So I want to do a real good shuffle too, because we did great last time. We had them very nicely mixed where we did not hit all of the hits right away. You don't really want to go exceptional, elite, unique, or something like that. It's nice to get some variety. However, in the last 2 breaks, we opened the Ordinary Counterspell, which, as the name implies, is an ordinary rarity with the beautiful Francesca Berald artwork. I showed the original painting of that, both on the Collector Arthouse Discord and the Sorcery community group in recent weeks. And, you know, those are really That's a really amazing painting, and it's a card that was not in alpha. And per Simon on Cardboard Guide interview last week, that will also not be in the Arthurian Legends as a counterspell. Maybe they'll reuse the art for something else, and there just won't be counterspells. But it's really interesting. That's a big winner. There are exceptional cards for Melissa Benson's gems, as they call them. They're called gems as sample cards, and they are the cores in alpha and beta. So those are big hits in the exceptional slot, some of the biggest. Some of the biggest in the unique slot, of course, are, interestingly, the mix cards by Elvira Shakarova are uniques and sample packs. So that is a monster hit potential. There is also Spear of Destiny was a big one. Predestination, which is now Kythera Mechanism. That's a monster hit that we could potentially hit in the elite or unique slot. And Philo Stone. There's only been one found to date. Auction through Collector Arthouse, which is my brand, or whatever you want to call it, company. And it sold for $16,500. So that was an absolute monster. Biggest sale ever in Sorcery. The only one ever discovered. Extremely rare. All right, guys. So how's everybody doing? 81 people checking in, blowing off family on Christmas Eve. Incredible. Lock the kids in the basement. Tie them to a tree in the yard. It's like 52 degrees here in the East Coast. So I got them tied up to a tree in the back. Chased by dogs. No big deal. All right, guys. Here we go. All right, I think we're ready. Thoroughly shuffled. Kids tied up. Going to the wheel. Oh, no, I removed it. What did I do here? All right, there we go. How about it? All right, so first spin of the wheel, and I just take it right off the top. We randomized. We did a shuffle. Here, a couple more shuffles. See the names going nuts on the wheel. Boom, 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 boom. And we spin. Let's see who hits first. And then we'll talk about, we got an hour. Lord of Itza said he was going to his LGS today to play some Sorcery and watch the stream. So the first, this is, he just said that he has one in this pack, right? So we're going to remove him from the wheel. Let me find him from the stack. Got to do some juggling here. We got Lord right here. Lord of Itza. All right, I'm going to set those aside. Set it next to the stack. Right off the top. Make it happen, he says. What's up, man? Glad you were able to follow along today. Thanks for tuning in. Here we go. A little switcheroo. Right off the top. Let's see. Are we at max zoom? Let's do a little more zoom. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. Merry Christmas. Hang Glider. Elvira Shakarova. So it's an ordinary rarity. And now let's take a look. I'm going to go to the website and give you guys a little compare from Elvira's page. I thought this was a very interesting one because it's so different from Elvira's other cards. But this is a really beautiful artwork. The way it comes across on the card is really exceptional. This print looks really nice, too, in sample card form. The colors are very vivid. So I haven't actually I don't recall seeing or pulling many of these at all. And it's actually, okay, so this was an ordinary. It became an exceptional in alpha. And it's now called Wings of Invention. So you had a name change. Hang Glider is a sample card. It's called Wings of Invention. Went from ordinary to exceptional. And the mechanic, a lot of these sample cards were pretty OP in the early days, so they're pretty cool if you try to whip it out and play with it. You could bamboozle your friends in the early days before they know about the game. You could probably pull this off playing with this card. It says, this glider has airborne and movement +2 while starting movement from a wind site. And now in alpha, it says bearer has airborne and movement +1 if it's a minion. All right? So you got to play it from a wind site now, but it has movement +2 instead of movement +1. I'm glad you're happy with that, man. That's a cool one. Yeah. So they nerfed that one a little bit for alpha. It actually now costs 2 to cast. This had 1 in a threshold. But yeah, that's a pretty fun hit. All right, let's go back to the stage. Here's the card I was referring to. Let me switch this up, guys. There's the Wings of Invention, right? Gorgeous art by Elvira. All right, the Wheel of Names. Card number 2. Someone keep tally in chat how many exceptionals. There should be 3 exceptionals and then an elite or unique slot. Decoy Octopus has 2 in this pack. what I always like to do too is make sure there's actually 15 cards. There was one pack that Red Zone Rogue opened and only had 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You thought I was a goofy Gindaloon that did not know how to count. But look how good I am at counting. 15 cards. 15 cards. Decoy Octopus. Here we go. First one for Decoy. We're going to remove one instance from the wheel. Pull that down. All right. Right off the top. Good luck, Decoy. Zoom. Give me some zoom there. Here we go. Swamp Buffalo. Jussie Pilkus. One of the more popular, one of the very popular artists in Alpha. Jussie said he couldn't watch the stream today, but he's going to watch it back later. We have this chat group with a lot of the artists. It's a lot of fun. Everyone was wishing each other Merry Christmas today. And I was talking to Jussie earlier before the show, and he said he will watch this back. So he'll enjoy seeing one of his sample cards. And let's take a look at the Jussie page. Jussie Pilkus. Swamp Buffalo, guys. All right. So same casting cost, same name. It's still an ordinary. Same type line text. And actually on this one, so this one has no mechanic. It has 2 power level. Everything stayed the same except the flavor text. So on the sample card, it says the Swamp Buffalo is an icon of contentment. And in the alpha, it says impassive, plump, and peaceful. The Swamp Buffalo is an icon of contentment. So they added impassive, plump, and peaceful for a little extra flavor. That's pretty funny. All right. 25 betas of that Mucky Moo Cow looking guide. Mike getting smoother and smoother with each stream. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I'm starting to learn the buttonology here of StreamYard. I think I'm going to upgrade the mic. I don't know how that audio sounds. But it looks like I got a DM already about the mic. So I'll look to do that. Camera's probably good enough. I got to pay for 1080p or something like that. It's like double the price or some nonsense. Like $50 more or something from StreamYard. So I'm going to be doing a lot of lives, though, so it might be worth it. Decoy again. It might be worth it because, yeah, like we got more lives planned. We got another sample pack break with 2 packs coming up first week in January. And Decoy Octopus. So we're going to remove him from the wheel. Second from Decoy. All right, guys. Here we go. This first hit was the Swamp Buffalo. Ooh, we got the Atlas coming up next. Another spell. Grey Wolves, Melissa Benson. Man, people absolutely love this Grey Wolves card. So this is probably one of the more popular hits in the ordinary slot, I would say. People love this card. There's some guys that just load up and collect this one. It's like one of the mass collected cards because of its effect. Let's see. Yeah, I pay thousands for paintings, but I don't want to pay $100 for 1080p. It's just, it's bullshit. Like, I got to pay double for higher resolution. I mean, that should be standard. Maybe it's like a more bandwidth cost for StreamYard. All right, Grey Wolves. 2 to cast, 1 threshold, 1. Okay, so 2 power level as the sample card. I remember these sold well when I auctioned these last year before Alpha came out. So it went from 2 to 1 in Alpha. It says Ordinary Beasts of the Wooded Wilds. And the new type line text for Alpha says a ravenous pack of ordinary beasts. These wolves get +1 power for any other Grey Wolves nearby. There is no limit on the number of Grey Wolves you can have in your deck. Now, the new one says your spell book may include any number of Grey Wolves. Has +1 power for each other Grey Wolves nearby. All right, so it's very similar with some minor adjustments there. But it's a very popular Melissa Benson card. One of the iconic artists of fantasy art. MTG Alpha artists. And Sorcery Alpha artist. Melissa Benson. An absolute honor to collaborate with her last year. What a privilege. What am I doing here? We got to go back to the wheel. All right. Yeah, it was a real honor working with Melissa. I never thought I'd even talk to her in my life, let alone do a special embellished print project with her. Really flattered that she took the time to do that with me, too, because she's very heavily commissioned, has very little time to mess around with little plebs like Mike Servati from Collector Arthouse. Mark Day. Mark Day. First of Marks, he has 2. I'm going to remove him. One of his from the wheel. Back to a split screen. All right, so Mark gets the first Atlas card, the first of 2 Atlas cards in the pack. And I know, like, when I open the pack, right? I think when you open from the back, we're going to find out. I forget if that's where the exceptionals and elite or unique is, but nevertheless, Atlas cards are very rare. The basic lands very meta relevant, so they're highly collectible as sample cards. And here we go. Oh, the beautiful Humble Village. How about that one? We saw the original painting. I think I pulled the Rustic Village last week and maybe the week before too. But this, again, I love this artwork. Obviously, I own the original. Congratulations, Mark. Summon a 1 power foot soldier token here. So, landscape form when it went to print too. It's a nice hit. The guys are saying in chat. Because any basic land is a banger. Add the stage. Go to the wheel. Another spin. All right, guys. Secret Santa. Let me go to the my handy dandy book here. I don't know. So, all right. There was a girl in my Discord, and she says, hey, you announced like who the lineup is. Can you make my name private? Because I bought this for my husband for Christmas as like a Christmas gift. So a beautiful Christmas surprise. It was Fate and Destiny that it happens on Christmas Eve here. I hope he's watching. I hope she's watching. This is from Steffers in Discord. Let me check my book here. I can't show you the secrets of the book. But look at the, keep it up, Mike. Mike Servati, keep it up. All right. So in the book, I have the real name of the person and her husband who she bought this for as a Christmas gift. And let's see here. I need my bifocals. Nah, just kidding. I'm not that old, guys. I just like to joke I'm a boomer because I'm a moron with technology somehow. Steffers, this is for Stephanie Chartier. Stephanie Chartier. Or Chartier? Chartier. It sounds French, but I think they live in the U.S. So there's a guy named Chartier. Or Chartier. Chartier. I see him on Facebook all the time. I was like, hey, I know that guy. I was like, I see him commenting on Facebook all the time. And she's like, yeah, he's pretty into sorcery. He's all over the socials. So I have him here. Let's remove him from the wheel. Josh Chartier, there you go. Oh, that's you, JC, man. That is much. Are you French? Tell us if you're French. I love the French people. They're like the nicest people on the planet. All the French people in the sorcery community are like god tier in terms of being very nice guys. Vinco is probably the nicest guy that ever lived. He makes me feel like an actual absolute schmuck of a human being with how nice this guy is. All right, Secret Santa is JC. I don't know if you knew this was coming. My dad was 100%, but I'm also part Polish. All right, good mix, man. Polish and French. Here we go. The Spellbook, Scarecrow, Lindsay Crumet. So I helped Lindsay sell this original painting of the Scarecrow. Let's take a look to see what kind of change. This is a different one from Lindsay, too. This is really cool. She did an awesome artist proof of this one recently. Yeah, Brig Lowell says that's a keeper of a wife. Yeah, mine's like, get the hell out of here and don't take more than 2 hours. This guy, he's got his wife buying him sample breaks. Incredible. All right. Don't leave me with the kids for more than 2 hours, or I'll cut you. Slit your throat. All right. She probably hears me through the walls, guys. I got to be careful. Scarecrow. 3 to cast. So now in alpha, it's 2 to cast. It says a gaunt and ragged ordinary relic. All right. So it has a Genesis effect in alpha. In this one, it says at the start of each player's turn, nearby airborne minions they control must move away from this Scarecrow. So it scares the shit out of people. That's what the Scarecrow does. It's amazing. I love the flavor. In the new one, it says Genesis, return each airborne minion here to its owner's hand. Airborne minions can't enter this location. So a lot of change in the effect, the gameplay mechanic of this particular card, which is always cool. Man, the sample cards look so much better with print quality than standard cards. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know, man. They look good, but sometimes the cut's not perfect. Sometimes there's some surface issues. They're test print cards. So, you know, they got rid of the salami slicer. We talk about this in Discord. They had this They have this machine in the Chinese factory that they were using for cutting salami and pastrami and capricole and gabagool and things like this, right? So then Eric's like, look, that's not going to work for sorcery. I'm going to buy you all new machines. This is, I'm paraphrasing a little bit. The accuracies of this story is maybe a little suspect, but, you know, it has flavor like a good sorcery story would. So they get rid of the capricole and the gabagool and the pastrami and the salamis, and they take these new machines from Eric, and you get these nice clean cuts on alpha. This guy says that the sample cards are better. It's actually not true because you have the greasy salami on half of these. All right, so remove this from the stage. No. We want that on the stage. We go to the Wheel of Names. We add the Wheel of Names. JC. 100% French descendancy and a little bit of Polish action. Very nice. All right. Congrats, man. Congrats on marrying a winner. All right. The guys in chat are jealous. Greenberger. Greenberger has 3. So this is 1 of 3. Got the pastrami story behind us. And now, from the spell book, Haste. A great artwork. Look at this pudgy guy. He's jacked like Camille Mack, defensive end. Look at those quads. Look at the quad and hamstring development on this guy. But he's eating a little too many cookies for Christmas. And look at his grizzled hand. Is that 3 fingers on that hand? That is a hell of a hand. This is a gnarled hand, man. Did you see Collinsworth on the broadcast last night? These are Collinsworth hands. Unbelievable. Warming his hands under the lawnmower. Haste. All right. Let's take a look at the history of Haste. All right. Haste by Drew Tucker. Collaboration coming for the Pathfinder. Really cool artwork. All right. So now it's called Mad Dash, right? So they changed the title from Haste to Mad Dash. It was 1 in the threshold to cost. Now it's 2 in 1. Ordinary magic of utmost urgency. That did not change. The mechanic on this one, again, they were quite wordy, quite different. It says target minion gets +1 movement and may move or attack away when summoned, and you draw a spell. So it had card draw. Very interesting. So they changed this one. It still has card draw a card, then give an ally movement +1 this turn. All right, so they kind of simplified it a little bit, and it gets a flavor text in alpha, guaranteed delivery in 1 month or less, or your money back. That is a little bit corny, I got to say. You got to get out of here with some of these curios, guys. Eric and Simon, if you're watching, let's tighten it up on the curios. You trolled us in the alpha. Now we got these reverse arts and, memeing yourself, trolling yourself with the precon errors, and we got to tighten it up and get back to historical development. Who was that for? Greenberger? I'm all discombobulated here. Now you got me fired up about curios. You got these goofy flavor text. I love the curios, the historical curios. The historical curios are amazing. The curio concept in general is amazing. But I'm not an inverted art guy or a precon meme guy. Trolls are okay. They were kind of funny. 1 troll would have been better. I was okay with 3. I got over it, but let's get historical with it. All right, Wheel of Names. Let's see. We got, how many left here? 9? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Damn. I'm moving slow, guys. Let's make sure I'm doing this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Pick up the pace a little bit. Yeah, sample pack breaks for 300 per slot or 275 if you get 2 or more. And the next 2 packs are sold out. The demand is insane for sample packs. Greenberger, again. We had him last time, right? Yep. So the demand is off the chain for these sample cards. People are super into the historical development. New people are coming in and finding out about it. You can watch my YouTube video. You can find my articles at collectorarthouse.com. If you go to collectorarthouse.com and go to interviews and articles, you can scroll through here, and there's a nice article somewhere around here. Sample cards, the rare sorcery collectible. You go through here. It has everything you could ever want to know about sample cards. That happens to be a promo. I don't know why I put that in there. But the history, Eric and Nick, first time ever playing sorcery, the early concept of it when Nick pitched it to Eric. Details about the rarity, the quantities out there, caveated a little bit by some unknowns. but you see which pre-con kits were given out, which individual packs, and some speculation on potential from anecdotal information and different things, what the pop size may be for each of these. And there you go. There's your conclusions. Nice little article there. All right, so Greenberger. Greenberger, remove him from the wheel. Greenberger should have one more. Yep, there he is in yellow. Drop him off the screen, blow it up, and right off the top, we haven't hit any exceptionals or the elite or unique slot yet. So we got some fun to go. Ooh, the Highland Falconer, man. I'm hitting all my original paintings. So we got the Highland Falconer, and right off the bat, I remembered that this went from exceptional, as you see here, and this became an elite. So that makes it very interesting. Any of these that have a lot of change are very interesting hits. So let me find what the Highland Falconer is doing these days. So it's cheaper to cast. That got nerfed a little bit. It now costs 2 in one threshold. It went from 2 power to 1 power in alpha. It went from exceptional to elite. An exceptional mortal calls for his bird. Calls for his bird. And in the alpha, it says an elite mortal and master of flight. I like calls for his bird, man. Calls for his bird. That just sounds funny as hell to me. I don't know why. Genesis, move target airborne minion to same site as this Falconer and ground it until end of turn. Now it says Genesis, you may search your hand in spellbook for a beast with airborne and mana cost 2 or less and summon it here, shuffle if needed. This is a powerhouse card. If you play one of, what do they call those, the weenie decks or something like that? What do you players call this shit? The weenie decks? You play the low cost minions, aggro deck, you get them out there fast, and you could search for those babies and just pepper face. Hit face, as they say. You pepper face with those, and the Highland Falconer brings the pain. Calls for his bird, pops you in the nose. All right, wheel of names. Kevmo, you are in this one as well? Yeah, I don't know. Is Kevmo in on this one? No, he's in the next one, I think. All right, Slam Dunkerton. Slam Dunkerton there is too. Slam Dunkerton. Yeah, Kevmo and his buddy are in on the next one. Off the top, Slam Dunkerton. There we go. The ZV1 showcase mode. Ooh, Psionic Blast. This was one of the... This one has a lot of rich history because it was one of the early art reveals. People went absolutely nuts for this artwork. They were super excited about it. Very anxious to see it in foil. Everyone was really excited to see how it would come in foil treatment. So it's Alan Pollock. He's a very popular artist, insanely talented. All his pieces are very refined. He's had a very great sale through the Collector Arthouse auction system. $7,000 for the grapple shot painting. That's a record sale for Alan and Sorcery. That was a resale, you know, so it was from a collector. So it was, this one actually improved a little bit. So it was 3 and 2 threshold to cast. Now it's actually 2 and 1. So it got a little cheaper to cast. It's still an exceptional. It says exceptional magic of repellent thought. And now in alpha it says exceptional magic of stunning realization. Both are pretty cool. I like it. Deal 3 damage to minions near the spellcaster and push them 3 steps away. Wow, so it does 3 damage and it pushes them 3 away. In alpha it deals 1 damage to each minion here. They're disabled until your next turn. That's pretty interesting. I love the effect of this one. The idea of pushing them 3 steps away. That is a real cool concept. Are there cards still like that in the game? Who was that for? Was that Greenberger, guys? I forgot to pull it. Who remembers who that was for on the wheel? I gotta make. Oh, was it user 17? Wait a second here. Who did I pull that for? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I pull them off the wheel? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Slam Dunkerton. Yes, that's right. Thank you, man. All right, Slam Dunkerton. You always pull. I get to talking too much and I get distracted. Psionic Blast for Slam Dunkerton. That one has some rich history. Push them 3 steps away. Very cool. All right, guys. Back to the wheel. Back to the wheel. Give it a spin. We got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. Slam Dunkerton again. TG has still yet to pull. He's got 2 left. So we're taking Dunkerton off the board here with this one. And we still have the Atlas buried in there somewhere. So I removed him from the wheel. And another spell card. We still have 2 exceptionals if you guys are tracking. We have 2 exceptionals in the elite or unique slot, right? There was one pack I opened that did not have the elite or unique. It had either an extraordinary or exceptional. So we'll see what happens here. Upwelling. So this is an Alan Pollock, and it's an exceptional here. So still, okay. So this one stayed as an exceptional. Again, the casting cost got reduced from 5 to 4 and still 2. Exceptional magic of Fluid Undoing. That did not change. It says unsummon target site and everything on it up to their owner's hand. Reality flows with the tide of time. Now target a nearby site. Return each artifact and minion there to owner's hand. And the flavor text has now changed. So the flavor text here, there's a lot of flavor text changes. It's pretty interesting. Reality flows with the tide of time. That's pretty slick. I really like some of the old flavor text. Now it says there is no height to which confident fools cannot ascend. I like some of the old flavor text. I'm hoping some gets revived. Maybe even Sleep by Severin Pignot. Why, you ask? I don't know. I don't know, man. If you know, you know. If you don't know, clearly you don't know. Sample pack break number 7. Ho, ho, ho. If you know, you know. Skemp. Skemp had 2. Very generously removed his own name from the board on the second and allowed someone else to partake in this pack. And he moved his next one to the next break. So thank you, Skemp. Great guy. Huge Frazetta fan is Skemp. He has amazing Frazetta collection. Almost 2 full versions of all the high-end Frazetta cards, including the Curio. What a baller. Balls hard in the paint. Here we go, Skemp. Spellbook. Disenchant. Great artwork by Elvira Palakowska. Very good, strong card. And let's take a look here to analyze any change from Elvira Palakowska. Disenchant. 0 and 2 threshold to cast. It now is 2 and 1. So that's a big change. Quick ordinary magic of Shattered Fascination. So what makes this special is the quick mechanic. In sample card form, you could cast this on your opponent's turn. That mechanic was entirely removed. So this makes this a very interesting historical relic here. It says quick ordinary magic of Shattered Fascination. That was simplified to say ordinary magic of Fractured Fascination. And what it did in sample card form, destroy target aura or relic. And in alpha, it says destroy all auras and artifacts at target location up to 2 steps away. All right. The flavor text, to see it is to believe it. That changed to ... and a haughty spirit before a fall. What does that even mean? What does that mean? Is that is that explained in the rule book? What is that? What is a haughty spirit? Is that like a New Zealand word? Is that Swedish? Haughty? Who reads books? Who here reads? A haughty and a haughty spirit before a fall. Someone's got to explain that to me. If it's not in the rule book, I'm lost. Who here has heard of a haughty spirit? No, you are in time. Sounds like a sylph. You mean a simp? I don't know what a haughty spirit is, guys. I can't comprehend haughty. That's not in my vocabulary. I got to look like in a synonym book. Haughty. A haughty spirit? It says haughty. 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 Hey, haughty. What does that mean? Greenberger. Last for Greenberger. Coming off the wheel. All right. Coming off the wheel. Back to the top of the pack. We're getting through it, guys. He gets the Atlas. So when you play 3, sometimes you land a banger. And improves your odds, right? So the Atlas, it was near the top of the pack. So we'll see. The other one was the Humble Village and Ordinary. Let's see if this is the Elite, Unique, or an Exceptional, or an Ordinary. Oh, Bottomless Pit. Dan Seagrave. Wow, a unique Atlas. This is the big hit from the pack. Insane to get a unique in an Atlas form that is super rare. I have seen one or two of these discovered before. The artwork, I featured this. Go through the photo archives on the Sorcery Contested Realm community page and look way back at the early photos. The artwork on this is amazing. I had all these zoomed in. There's so much going on in this artwork by Dan Seagrave. It's really amazing. Some of it's hidden by the text box, but there's like these like dead creepy monster guys hanging on all these ledges and even down, like hanging all over the place around here, right? Bottomless pit. Really awesome artwork. And the really cool thing about this artwork is that at a bottomless pit, you typically see darkness. This is just the opposite. There's some kind of light source coming from the bottom of the pit. So it's a very interesting, fascinating artistic concept. And let's analyze a little bit about the change development here from Dan Seagrave. All right, it's called Bottomless Pit. That is not changed. And it says a unique site of regret and despair. So in Alpha, it's actually an elite site of death and despair. So that's fascinating because as a sample card, it is insanely rare. Like to have a unique is insanely rare. To have an Atlas unique on top, unbelievable. You know, there's not many of those. You don't get many in a pack, and to hit it as a unique versus some of the basic lands, that is this one is valuable. It's no joke. All right, only minions with airborne can be played on and enter this site. Now it says whenever a non-airborne minion enters this site, kill it. Yeah, I remember Angerworm, that punk Angerworm. When he was teaching me the game, I beat him. I won. I'm 1-0. He was playing this bottomless pit on me and just ripping my guys into this freaking pit and killing them off one by one. And I was like, dude, that card is sick. Get it out of here. get out of here with that. It's like Eric talking shit on his Swedish family right now. Cleaning house there in Sweden to all the noobs. Beating up on the designer of the game, the creator, beating up on poor noobs that don't know the first thing about it. You gotta love it. It's nice. It's nice, actually. The bottomless pit, man. All right, TG. First of two for TG. It's been a long wait. Guy had to wait, let's see. Hour and a half it took you to pull a card from a sample pack break. You know, it was a multifaceted event. We had to talk about the history a little bit. In the future, I'll probably be more efficient with these. All right, guys. TG, right off the top. You still have chance at exceptionals here as the last few. Ooh, Extinguish. I think I saw this in your collection, right? So if this is a dupe, TG's looking to trade. This is an awesome artwork by Brian Smith. I think I either did a behind the art feature or also on the Sorcery Contested Realm community group page. I talked about the evolution of this Extinguish card. It's actually a curio that was recently discovered that shows it a little darker. Correct? I think this is true. It was this one, right? Where it's a little darker, and then he went back and he added these additional flames and lightened it up a little bit. So this is a really cool one. Let me go to Brian Smith. On the fun fact, on the bottomless pit, it is the only site that was drawn vertically. What are you talking about? It's not true, man. The Humble Village was painted vertically. I featured that earlier. All right, Extinguish. I'm gonna have to smack a Virilis around later. I don't know what these atrocities, these vicious rumors he's spreading. He's probably DMing me right now, saying, "Hey, back off." All right, so OP as a sample card. Costs almost nothing to cast. It's now 3 and 2 water threshold. Ordinary, again, quick magic of Flickering Failure. So that quick mechanic, all these that had the quick effect as sample cards are really cool and special because that mechanic was entirely removed from Alpha. So you got that removed, and it now says Ordinary Magic of Guttering Failure. Yeah. All right, so in the Curio, it has that guttering terminology. The flickering versus guttering. So that's very interesting. Actually, let me go here. Let's explore that a little bit. If you go to Collector's Corner, and then some of these guys were confused about how these tabs worked, and I know it's covered up on my icon. Follow my cursor here. All right, landing page, shop, blah, 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 blah. Collector's Corner is right here. Don't click on it. Just hover over it with the mouse, and then go down to Curio Cards, right? You could do two things. You go to curio cards. You get an explanation of the history of curio cards, how to discover them, how to find them. You can find links to all the research I've done for the past like year and a half. I've done a lot of deep dives on curio cards. So I have a couple articles with a lot of details and insights from the artists on what these curio cards are. But then you could go here to Alpha Curio Card Archive or Beta, or you can get here from Curio Collector's Corner, Curio Card Gallery Beta. All right. And then here you have all the curio cards. You know, you could click on one, you get the full description of what that curio is, how to know that it is a curio, because some of these are less obvious than others. And here you go. Here's the extinguished curio. Let's take a look. All right. So here, it matches the sample card, right? I know it's small and you guys can't see it now and it's blurred on the smaller screen, but it has that same type line text as this sample card. Almost. You have the quick mechanic on the sample card. It says ordinary quick magic of flickering failure. And here you have ordinary magic of flickering failure, right? So that flickering versus guttering is the change. And you see the artwork change. It was a lot darker. On this, he added all these vibrant flames and significantly lightened the swirl too. Really beautiful color chemistry here. Really brings it to life. And you see the early design of what this card does. Banish all fire minions and fire auras occupying target site up to 2 steps away. So the big thing here is the word flickering versus guttering. It's really interesting that the sample card matches that. Let's go to the card page and look at the alpha version now from Brian Smith. And here you go with the artwork that matches the sample card. So it's consistent between sample card and alpha core set card. And then you have the differences for beta. And it says ordinary magic, so it removes the quick term. And the curio card and the core set card has the same mechanic, banish all fire minions and fire auras occupying target site up to 2 steps away. All right, so if I drop down now and we go back and analyze again the extinguish, you have, again, the quick mechanic, and now it says counter target fire spell or destroy a fire target near your spellcaster. So with the quick mechanic, this has a counter spell effect that you play on your opponent's turn. So really awesome hit by TG. As I say, I think he owns that one. Yeah, he says, that's right. If that's something you need, happy to trade ordinary if someone wants. Dude, that's a good one, though. That's not your average ordinary. So if someone wants to make a trade with TG, that is very nice from the ordinary category. So 3 left here, guys. Let's make sure I still have 3 left on the wheel. Let's just try something here. Oh, nice. Okay. So I don't have to do the remove. Look at that. Look at that. Look how seamless that is. That's a beautiful thing. All right. No seizures allowed here. 3 left. 3 left. Spin the wheel. Yeah, it is a banger for an ordinary. Mark Day with his last from the pack. Or Mark D. Mark D. All right. Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Where is it? Where is it? All right. Remove. Switcheroo. Mark D. Mark D. Spellbook. Blizzard. Now, if I remember correctly, I think Jeff Menges called this one of his favorite artworks that he did, you know, from his personal portfolio from Alpha. I remember he was particularly, or at least he talked about it in an interview with this guy. Oh man, I want to give this guy a shout out because he does pretty good interviews with magic artists. You guys might know who it is, but he interviewed Jeff, and Jeff talked about the challenges with trying to illustrate the elements. And this is like a brilliant illustration. I know TG is a friend of Jeff Menges. TG owns a beautiful property in Pennsylvania, and he has this residency program where he brings in these artists and they stay with them for a few weeks. I think he said he was changing up the time frame a little bit, but he has these great artists stay at a residency on his property there, and they do all this like beautiful artwork inspired by their natural surrounding there. And he had Jeff Menges there, and Jeff talked about how as an artist it's very challenging to capture the essence of the elements. So here you have snow and wind, right? So you see this guy kind of holding on to his hat. You see the streaking of the snow to create the blizzard effect, kind of the bent trees. I mean, there's a lot of storytelling going on here. And this is a really impressive and awesome artwork from Jeff. So I think this is a pretty cool hit. If we go back to the website, let's do a quick compare of the alpha version. If you go to Sorcery Cards, and then Jeff Menges. Who was it that called him Jeff Meng? I know Dave up in Albany from Flights 2 Games calls him Menges. You know? He replaces hardwood floors, and he doesn't even know how to pronounce that guy's name. Come on, Dave. Crazy Dave. Jeff Menges, he calls him. All right, Blizzard. An ordinary aura of binding snow was changed to an ordinary aura of forestalling frost. Oh my God! Look at all the words. Well, hang on a second, guys. Look at all the words on this sample card. We're gonna lose like 20 minutes if I have to read this to you. So I'm just gonna not do it. All right? I'm not gonna read that one. I'll read you the alpha one. It says affected sites and units atop them can't be attacked or intercepted. At the start of your next turn, dispel Blizzard. So what the hell's going on here? All right, so blah, blah, blah. I'll read part of it. The bottom part says, when minions on affected sites move or attack, instead roll a d20. 1 to 4 equals you move left. 5 to 8, you move up. 9 to 12, you move right. 13 to 16, you move down. 17 to 20, you move or attack. 20, it's a d20. So there's a mythical 21 to 25. If you hit those, you pull a goofy-ass Precon Curio out of a pack. Or an inverted artwork. How about that one? The Spear of Destiny or the Shifting Sands. Great cards, great artwork. No more of that for curios, please. Come on. Simon, I know you're watching, man. No more of these goofy curios. Historical or bust. That's how it works with curios. All right, enough of that ranting. Who got this one? TG got it. So he's buddies with Jeff Menges. Jeff stayed at his farm there. I think he's looking for I don't think he announced a candidate for the residency this year, right? Oh, wait a second. Was that... Oh, shit. What did I do here? Was that Mark Day? Or was it TG? You guys got to remind me. I blew it again. I think it was TG, right? So what did Mark D get? Or Mark Day? I got Mark Day on top. Anyway, well, let me get reorganized here. So on the wheel, I got two names. I got TG and user. Was it Mark D that actually got that? Oh, that was Mark. Okay. That explains it. Yeah, because you're still on the wheel, TG. I don't know. Maybe I just got mixed up because I remembered that Jeff did the residency with you. So congrats to Mark on that one. But I'm glad we got to cover your awesome farm residency. I can't wait till you see. If you haven't announced it yet, I haven't seen it, but I can't wait to see who stays there now. I know you have Lobenstein, and the two Jeffs are buddies. I've seen pictures of them at the IX Art Show together, so that's really cool. And I know some great stuff. Yeah, he was. Yeah, your first resident. That's awesome. Yeah, Menges is great, man. That is a huge score for your first residency. That's really cool. Cool thing you do there. And it's awesome seeing guys play at your place too, man. That looks awesome. My parents live not too far, so like I said, I'd love to make it up there. I know we've met at IX Art Show a couple times, but I love to see your place there. It looks absolutely beautiful. All right, user 17. It's a whole coordination act, guys. Sometimes, so TG is going to be pulling up the rear here. He's going to be last. All right, user 17. So let me slide this one up. All right, user 17. Zoom in. Sea Serpent, the great Vincent Pompetti, the most commissioned artist in Sorcery TCG Alpha. So like I say, Eric must absolutely love Vincent. Vincent just had a great sale of the Ruler of Thol, which was one of only 8 new artworks in beta. We had the 4 avatars from Francesca Beralde, and then we had the 4 new Frank Frazetta artworks. And Vincent did the Ruler. And he said that's one of his favorite Frazetta paintings. So it was a great privilege for him to do that. So Sea Serpent, this is a really cool artwork. Again, great storytelling, always from Vincent. You see the great movement in the sea, the boat getting rocked by the waves, and the Sea Serpent coming to eat his face off. All right, come on. Where is the Sea Serpent? So 4 to cast, that did not change. 4 toughness. In Alpha, it's very simplified with the type line text. It says an ordinary beast bestrides the ocean. On a sample card, an ordinary mythic beast that thrives in the deep. Mythic. Interesting. So submerged and waterbound. The flavor text here now, we've got a change in the flavor text. It says, young serpents have been spotted in rivers as far north as the boreal forests. And now in alpha, it says the study of sea serpents advances one funeral at a time. I think I pulled that one last week. I remember laughing about that one. One funeral at a time. So some of these flavor text chains were really great. Some I'm kind of partial to the old ones we see on the sample cards here. But they really fine-tuned that and made them a lot of fun in a lot of cases. And really adds a lot of flavor to the game. All right, so back to the wheel. And add it. I always do a spin, even though the spin is unnecessary. And now I'm losing my mojo here. All right, so the wheel of names. We're just going to watch TG twirl around here for a while so I can get a drink of water. And it's TG. Can confirm. As confirmed by the wheel, we have a winner. It's TG. No one left. Look at this sad gray wheel. The end of days here. And then we're going to open the pack for Joseph. And then he's going to elect the giveaway. And you guys can comment in the Discord there. And I'll explain that in a minute. Let's focus here. All right. Last slot magic from the sample card. All right. We got some nice zoom. Decent lighting. Last card in the pack. Pirate Ship. Oh, my goodness. This is a favorite by many from the Vincent Pompetti portfolio. An absolutely gorgeous artwork here. And I did a post in a community group yesterday, and I asked people to show some of their highlights of their collection. And I worked with Vincent to do a special painted commission. He did a full painting for this great guy, Ivan, down in, is it Australia or New Zealand, man? Australia, I think, right? It's a gorgeous artwork. Vincent did another rendition of this, and we did like an artist proof that came with it as well. We worked that into the deal. And it's a stunning painting. He did an amazing job framing it up. And let's see how this one changed. So we pulled two Pompettis in a row. The Sea Serpent and now the Pirate Ship. An ordinary ship of mortal scum. And that persevered into alpha. Now, first casting cost, right? It was cheaper to cast, like we often see. That increased from 3 to 4. And 5 toughness, that stayed the same. An ordinary ship of mortal scum. So it says waterbound. And now we had a big change in... Wait, was this a big change in flavor text? I think the flavor text almost stayed the same. Let's give it a look. Build me straight, a worthy master, staunch and strong, a goodly vessel that shall laugh at all disaster and with wave and whirlwind wrestle. What the hell? What does that even mean? Sometimes you're just like, what? What? All right, so this is kind of small. You guys aren't going to be able to see it. I'll have to read it off the screen. Build me straight, a worthy master, staunch and strong, a goodly vessel, that shall laugh at all disaster and with wave and whirlwind wrestle. All right, so it's the same quote, but on Alpha, they cited where this came from. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Whose name is Wadsworth? Is that his middle name? Wadsworth? What a name. What a name for old Henry. That's interesting. I love that it's an ordinary ship of mortal scum. So some scumbags are pirating this ship. That's actually pretty hilarious, I gotta say. The quote is quite long. I'm surprised they kept such a long quote. In some cases, they took these quotes and they really simplified them, and they used only a couple sentences of the framing. I want to say for the Champion promo card, they might have actually done that. So yeah, congrats to TG. Let's reflect on what we got here. We got the Pirate Ship, Sea Serpent, 2 from Pompetti, Blizzard, Extinguish. Again, very interesting with the new curio development. Bottomless Pit for the monster unique site. Disenchant, Upwelling, Psionic Blast, Highland Falconer. We saw the original painting earlier. Haste, Scarecrow, Humble Village. We saw the original painting earlier because I'm obsessed with Modesty. Grey Wolf, Swamp Buffalo, and Hang Glider. Awesome. All right. There we have it, guys. If some of you guys are in sample pack break 8 or 9, please send me a direct message and let me know if you want me to hold the card and ship it together. I'm paying for shipping anyway, so it doesn't matter. I could get it off to you right away if you prefer, or I could just ship it together in 2 weeks after we do the next break. All right, guys. So we're going now for the giveaway pack. So that was the faded symbol gray pack, or UK pack, right? So look at these. You see? It was just like a faded a little bit. the coloring. This is a little more crisp and darker black. So now we're going to open this one for Joseph because he wanted one of these. I'll pick one of these off the pile that he can, you know, encapsulate and encase as a sealed. Some of them have like surface scratches because they're kind of thrown in the box when they were shipped to me with the Avatar of the Realm pledge. He's going to get one of my packs that we agreed to. So we're going to open. Let's go me with the giveaway win. Let's go me. He's cheerleading himself. All right, which side do we want to open this on? All right, so let me shimmy it down. We'll see if we could get through this mega glue. And then we're going to sleeve these up for our guy Joseph. And then he's going to decide for the giveaway. There we go. That was actually a pretty clean rip. Not bad, man. Not bad at all. Let me know, too, if you want this wrapper. Be happy to ship this off to you if you want it as a historic memento. I'm kind of collecting these wrappers. I think it'll be funny to look back in a while and show how many sample packs I took off the market, which is going to be a lot in the end, guys. You saw I have that stack. I'm actually acquiring 3 more sample packs. So I just got these 5 from the UK. I got 3 more coming internationally from a different country. And I'll announce that later. I don't want to give it away just yet. Let's see if they arrive safely first. Come on now. All right, so I got to do this face down so we don't leak anything. Try to get it out of here cleanly. Okay. There we go. It's like removing the meat out of a baby crab leg. It's a little sensitive. Those baby crabs, they don't have much meat. All right, 15 cards. Our guy Joseph, super generous of him. He paid for 2 sealed packs. Don't go nuts, guys. Hit me up for sealed packs. I really don't want to sell them sealed. It's just this guy in the UK, he had 15 of them. Or no, not 15. He had 5 packs. And I was like, dude, I'm interested in all 5. But that is like pretty wild money. So let me see. Maybe I'll sell a couple and I'll keep the rest for breaks. And that's what we did. All right, so let me sleeve these guys up. See how many Alice sites we get. That'll be fun. So there's no wheel spinning for this. So this be a pretty linear viewing. Pretty simple. I don't know if I should mess up the order. Wow, you hit 2 atlases already. Yeah, who cares about the order, right? So let's get through it one by one. And then he's going to select 2 ordinaries after we reveal them that he decides he wants to give away. And I'll show you how that's going to work. The way it's got to work is you guys got to be in the Collector Arthouse YouTube stream of this event. Because you're going to have to comment in the chat here, in the live chat. I'll buy you a Bugatti if you pick me. Dude, I already have a Bugatti. And I have chiseled pecs and biceps. Everyone saw it. 3,200 people confirmed this the other day. Thanks to our guy on Facebook who made that meme. What was it? Meme-matic? Meme-matic or something like that? I got to find... Is that a website or an app or something? I'm going to go absolutely nuts. I love memes. I'm going to go nuts with that freaking site or app. Hot Wheels? I actually just bought my son a Hot... Or the wife did. I don't buy things. The wife handles that. She bought my son a Power Wheel, and he's been riding all around the kitchen with it. With my 2-year-old chasing him and bashing him, saying, my turn, my turn. Smashing him in the head, saying, get the hell off that Power Wheel. All right. So, yeah, Meme Master, is that what it was? Yeah. I got to look that up, man. That is epic. I mean, I looked like a jackass moron in that meme with an oversized head for that little body. I mean, the guy was, like, pretty ripped. Shredded, I'll say. He wasn't, like, super jacked, but he was, like, fairly shredded. And then he had my big, goofy, dumbass Ginzo Gindaloon face. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 cards for Joseph here. So we're going to reveal first. So you got to be in the Collector Arthouse YouTube live stream. It's happening right now. A lot of you guys are commenting already. I'm going to tell you what you got to say, where and when. And then you also have to go into the Collector Arthouse Discord. Is there a way to... can someone put an invite into the chat for the Collector Arthouse Discord? Actually, invite people. I'm not that well versed really in how to do this. Oh, edit invite link. I use mobile all the time, guys. So, all right, generate new link. No max number, never expires. All right, here you go, guys. Watch, check this one. Look at this tech wizard. Boom. Oh, come on, get in there. Yeah, look at that. Look at that link. That is some clutch linking. All right, so there's the Discord link. You could join the Collector Arthouse Discord. Oh wait, we got an update on the collector packs. Yeah, the post office not open today, so we'll ship it Tuesday. All right, thanks, man. If he's watching, he's probably not watching. He's probably hanging out with his family. All right, so I'm gonna tell him that's cool. We got our, let's see. All right, he'll take the wrapper. All right, he confirmed the wrapper. I didn't. Let me check. Look at this. Look at this uplifting message. Keep it up, Mike Servati. Keep it up, baby. All right, I need a pen. All right. Keep it up, baby boy. Keep it up. All right, I'm going to write the numbers here that we're looking for because I'm going to forget. Little note to self. All right, so he's got a number for Facebook. Well, actually, it's going to be for YouTube. All right, so we got that number for the YouTube. So basically what's going to happen is we're going to ask you to type in the live chat a number from 1 to 100. And then we're going to do, in the Collector Arthouse Discord, pick a number from 1 to 100. The closest person to guess first will get the second card that Joseph chooses. So we got Discord, and then we got YouTube. And that number is that one. All right, so Joseph picked a number, and I picked a number. And someone's going to win some sample cards. All right, so let's see what we... Whoa. Don't be picking numbers yet. None of these numbers count. Not until I say go. Everyone's going nuts with numbers. No more numbers. Next one to throw a number out is disqualified. Here we go. There you go. D. Herman. AC gone. AC Slater out. Nah, I'm just kidding. Kev Mo. All right, Kev Mo broke trust. What is that? 1 million? How many zeros you got on there? That's what my Bugatti's worth, brother. Yes, the protagonist breaks the ice. All right, guys. Chill with those numbers until I say go. You got to join the Collector Arthouse Discord. You guys spam the shit out of the freaking chat. So now no one can find the link. Hang on. Look at that link. Chill for a minute, guys. Let people join the Discord. Let me see. Are people actually joining the Discord? All right. All right, hang on a second, guys. All right, yeah, we got some people coming into the... Holy shit. Prince John. All right, guys, check this out here. Check this one. Watch this. All right. So we got Jaywalker. What a name. Donut. He's the guy almost disqualified. I had mercy. Eyes, Casey Kid, Protocor, Blastoma. Look at these names. DJ Bousquet, Justin Hiller. Hiller's buying me the Bugatti. I saw him say that earlier. Guffey, Whiskey Joe. All right, guys. How many people are in this Discord now? I don't even know how to check. Isn't it one of these? It's got to be one of these settings, right? I don't even know. I can only figure it out on mobile. But there's like 1,000-ish. All right, so what's going to happen on this one is you're going to go to the sample pack break 8. Oh, no. That's 8 and 9. I'll have to check what you guys are saying later. Look at you guys with the numbers. All right, chill with the numbers, guys. None of these numbers count. Not until I say go, you go to the number. We got guys hodling in here. So when I say go, then you're going to type the number. Right now, nobody's typing any numbers. We got people on YouTube going nuts with numbers. None of it matters. You guys are just wasting your fingers. Wasting your fingers on that action. All right, we're going to look at Joseph's cards first. Let's just get into it. I'm not going to analyze each card. I'm at the 2-hour mark. The wife's about to bash my head in on Christmas Eve. All right, first card, Bone Rabble, Jeff Menges. Next. Ooh, Beautiful Snow Leopard by Lindsay Crumette. All right, so we're hitting the ordinaries first. I got to be careful to zoom each time. Unland Eel. Gorgeous artwork by Francesca Berald. All right, this is good. We're hitting all the ordinaries first, and then we'll get to the high-end hits. Entangled Terrain, the card that became a curio in Alpha, which makes it very interesting. All right. Boyle. Brian Smith. There's some history to evolution of this artwork as well, too. You go check out the interview I did with Brian Smith on collectorarthouse.com to learn more. Unearth, a great one by Tony Sudlow. Now, is this one... Let me see here, guys. Let me go back to the website here. No, I know Tony has a lot of higher-end rarities. And shout out to Tony. Merry Christmas to Tony. I know he's having some difficulties with his hand. A hard time. All right, that became an exceptional. Right, yeah. So we hope Tony fully heals so he can wow us with more of his amazing art. Oh! Ah, that's huge, man. I need this one, baby. I need it. Talk to me here. Sidewind. This is the artwork from Mikhail Nagy-Paul that became the curio. And, man, should I do this right now? Do we really want to do this? Here, let's just give me a second here. So look at this. Look at this, guys. We have, look at Mikhail here. He sends me this package, right? This was inside the package. It was nicely, securely packaged. But hilarious guy that Mikhail is, in this cardboard sandwich, he sends me sample cards. These are artist proof cards. Every time they're in these little, like, thin papers, right? And it's, by some miracle, they never get damaged. So he has 6 sample cards here. Well, you can see what some of them are that are coming. Oh, I don't want to leak the art, though. All right? And I think one of them was the Wind Blast. So there's 6 here. These are going to be coming to auction on Collector Arthouse. Or no, the Collector Arthouse Discord, and also mirrored in the Sorcery Contested Realm community group. All right, so I think I got a Wind Blast in this set. I don't want to reveal all of them right now, but this week, maybe for the Christmas Miracle, since we pulled that one, I will, maybe tomorrow night, I will launch that auction for the Wind Blast to celebrate this momentous occasion. And this effing curio, did I say curio? I'm talking about an artist proof that is legendary because our guy Mikhail is an absolutely brilliant artist. That's what I'm talking about. Now take a look here, guys. Look at this guy here. He's out of his mind with this. All right, we could talk about that card. Yeah, we need to talk about it, Paul. All right, Wind Blast. So take a look here. This is the main, this is an artist proof. It has square corners, and we're going to auction this one. I kind of want it for myself. I told Mikhail, I was like, dude, after the holidays, we got to talk. Because I probably need to just, like, bite the bullet and buy a full set of your freaking artist proofs. His work is absolutely unreal. And I just love it. So he's got Sidewind, which is, I have the curio. I'm not going to make you guys wait for me to go get the curio in the other room. But I got the Sidewind. This is the curio artwork. And then it was changed to Wind Blast. And now this is the artist proof from Mikhail. And look at this absolutely beautiful painting on the back. Keep this in mind. Note the wheel in the field. Look at this gorgeous painting. Good Lord. Beautiful, snowy scene. So appropriate for Christmas. The Christmas Miracle. It's just a gorgeous, beautiful. These guys, these are like paintings in small form on a card. Absolutely stunning. Look at the snow detail on the wheel. The careful accenting, the imagination this takes. His signature in white. This is the number 1 of 25. Absolutely godly painting by Mikhail. It's unreal. It just blew me away. It's a simple concept, right? Because that's what Wind Blast is. It's like a wind-strewn field. Exceptional magic of weighty weather. Look at the weighty weather when the snow comes down on the wind-blasted field. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the guy is on another level. I don't know how he does it. And, like, the colors are just absolutely amazing. You're missing some of the texture of the piece. I'm going to get a good picture of this, and it's going to look a little different. It's not as kind of, like, uniform and washed. There's actually a lot of depth and texture to this piece that makes it look absolutely stunning. And Mikhail, man, what can I say? Early on, like, a couple of his auctions did not do as well. And some other auctions were really popping off. And Mikhail says, I got to paint better. He's like, I just got to paint better. So he's putting a lot of time and effort into these. And his first ones were incredible too. I think it was just like some other less meta relevant cards or something, or maybe the concept didn't resonate. But like the work he's doing now is out of this world. And these are miniature paintings. So, you know, these take hours for the artist to do. I've heard some people say like, oh, you know, these artist proofs are crazy expensive in Sorcery, you know, compared to like Magic and this and that. But what do you expect, guys? These are like miniature paintings that take hours of the artist's time when they could dedicate that time to do a full scale painting and make several $1,000s on these. So to get these, like for anything less than $1,000, I think is an absolute steal. And of course I'm biased because I auction them, but I'm also impacting myself because I buy them too, and it costs a lot of freaking money. So I'd love to have like a complete set painted, but that's insane. 403 cards. I'd have to like send the family off somewhere to live somewhere else. But look at that absolutely gorgeous artwork by Mikhail. So again, I apologize for the tangent. It was just like a perfectly opportune, timely opportunity to show you. All right. Joseph, let's go, man. So we're not going to, don't give this one away today. We got to talk about that one. All right. Border Militia, Truant Parish. We're getting to the exceptionals and the elite slot soon. All right. Autofocus. Oh, nice. Atlas Basic Land, The Summer River by Matt Thames. That's really great. Any Basic Land Atlas is a great one. Entangled Terrain again. So we got two of those. Maybe you want to give away one of the dupes. The Scarecrow. So we pulled that in the last pack. Lindsay Crumet. Kite Archer, our first exceptional, Vincent Pompetti. This is a great, great artwork. I really love this one by Vincent. The Stoic Kite Archer. All right, we have the Atlas. Ooh, Mountain Pass. Marta Molina's gorgeous Mountain Pass. And I have some more artist proofs coming from Marta too that'll be coming for auction. I just want to take a quick look. I always forget. I'm pretty sure, did the rarity change on this one? All right, so that's still an exceptional. But has a very nice artwork by Marta. And there's one that Aranja Art did that I'm speculating could be an alternate art in a future set, but we'll see. Exceptional, Peregrine Apparition. All right, so let's see. We have how many? We have 3 exceptionals. So this, could this be the elite or unique slot? Maybe it was in a different spot in the pack. This could be one of those odd packs where you end up with no elite or unique or an extra exceptional or rare. But this is a moment of truth. The Atlas site. Oh my God, Vesuvius. A unique, volatile site on the verge of calamity. Jussie Pilkus, epic artwork. As I was just saying, there's another version of this that Aranja Art did. Interesting that it came almost back to back there. The Vesuvius, huge banger. Atlas cards are so rare. Atlas sample cards, incredibly rare. This is the epic Vesuvius by Jussie Pilkus. Everybody loves Jussie. And he said he couldn't make it live, but he's going to be watching this back later. Special moment for Jussie. Congratulations to Joseph. That is a great hit, man. Incredible. All right. So let me set aside. I think you said you wanted to do 2 ordinaries for the giveaway. So your options here are Scarecrow, Entangled Terrain, Summer River, Border Militia, Sidewind. I recommend you do not give that away. Unearth, Boil, Entangled Terrain, Unland Eel, Snow Leopard, Bone Rebel. So if you're in chat or you could DM me on Discord, let me know which 2 you're going to give away. And we'll go with one. All right. So I'm lost for the link on Discord. Where channel? Oh, all right. So when you go to Discord, I don't know. When you join the Discord, I don't know where you're going to end up. But what you have to do now is go to, all right, so you're going to go in here and you're going to go down to text channels, sample break 7 orders. See? And there's people already jumping the gun and going nuts. That's where you're going to comment. And I need to come off that for a minute in case Joseph hits me up. So Joseph, what card are we giving away, man? Let me know. Which of these ordinaries do you want to give away? You can DM me or you could say in the chat here if you care to. We'll do the, which one did you say you're going to do first? Hang on. Let me look at this, guys. Keep your spirits up, baby. Keep it up. All right. So let's do the YouTube one. So you got, for this first one, you guys are going to comment in YouTube. You're going to pick a number from 1 to 100. Not yet. Not yet. Joseph has to decide on the card. All right. I'm not sharing screen. All right. He's going to go with Entangled Terrain and Boil. All right. Let's see here. Entangled Terrain, because we hit 2 of those. Oh, wait. Scarecrow. All right. So he says, all right, which 2? You want to do Entangled Terrain and Scarecrow? And they're top 2 off the top. Just confirm you want to keep the Boil. Boyle says, stretch out thine hand over the sea and divide it. A quote from Exodus. That's bold, baby. That's bold. All right, so you want to give away the Entangled Terrain and Scarecrow? I'm just waiting for confirmation, guys. All right. All right, no, he says, no, now he changed it again. Let's go Entangled Terrain and Snow Leopard. People seem to like the leopard. All right, man. Yeah, I love the leopard myself. It's a great artwork. I actually almost had a chance to buy that one, and I don't know why I didn't do it. I'm a moron. I did buy the Seasoned Sellsword, though, and that's my favorite from Lindsay. So, all right. So we're doing Entangled Terrain and Snow Leopard. We're going to do Entangled Terrain first. Keep it up, baby. Keep it up. I got to look again. So in YouTube, we're going to pick a number from 1 to 100, and I just got to remember what it is. All right. All right. I got it in my head. 1 to 100. Pick now. Closest one wins the Entangled Terrain. Comment in the YouTube chat 1 to 100. The live chat. We got a 16 bid from Corey. We'll just keep going until it kind of stalls out in case someone doesn't guess it exactly. Oh, Jeremy. Wait a minute. Jeremy. Did Jeremy get it? Look at this. Keep it up. Jeremy. Hang on a second. I think we got a good guess from Jeremy here. Now everyone's looking at what Jeremy said. Did you see it? You see it, Joseph? Scrolling back through the chat. I think I saw Jeremy hit it first. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he got it, man. He got it. 27. It was the second pick. Unbelievable. So, Jeremy, you win the Entangled Terrain. I don't know if you're on... Yeah, you got it, dude. You hit it right on the head. That's your lucky number? That's unbelievable. So, congratulations, buddy. Merry Christmas to you, man. Thank you for being here today on Christmas Eve. That's incredible. Send me like a DM or something on Discord, or if you're on Facebook, Mike Servati is my name. I created the Sorcery community group. So you could find me on there and DM me, or on Discord. My name's Collector Arthouse Mike or something like that. All right. So just hit me up with your shipping information and I'll get that off. And that's all thanks to Joseph. He's the man. I sold him 2 packs and this was his idea. He's like, hey, I want to give back on Christmas Eve. So Joseph is our guy. Super generous act. All right. So the next one is going to be the Snow Leopard. And now for the Snow Leopard, let's see. For the Snow Leopard, you got to be in the Discord. And we're going to take... Don't go yet, guys. Let me navigate there in the Discord. All right. So I could show my screen. And we're going to do this. We're going to do this. All right. So we're in the Collector Arthouse Discord. You go down. And you guys have the link, right? Let me see. I'm going to put it in YouTube one more time here. There's the link to the Discord. If you want to join. Let's see if people are still coming in here. All right, we got a few people. Chizzy Bear? The fuck? Chizzy Bear. Pacific Pyro 3. Avalo Gaming. Chizzy Bear. What a name, man. What a name. I like that, actually. Sample. All right, so you're going to go down to Sample Pack Break number 7. Or Sample Pack Break 7 orders. So this is what I do. Well, if you want to participate in the breaks, I create a channel and I say, hey, Sample Pack Break 7 orders. I go up here, I pin a message, and then up here, blah, 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 blah. I don't know how to get to the pin message. Wait, do you click at the top or something? All right, so look. Everyone, orders are now open for sample pack 7. This is what it has, 15 cards, blah, blah, blah. Each slot 300, 2 plus, 275 per slot. 15 shipping US, 50 shipping international. This is how you pay, blah, 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 blah. And comment with how many packs you want. And then people say, I want this, this, and that. And then, like, people are going nuts, right? This whole pack sold in one day. And then I opened up this one, sample pack breaks 8 and 9. It started as 8, and then I had to add and 9 because so many people wanted to jump in on that. So we pre-sold the next 2 packs. All right? Don't go there. People are putting numbers in there. It doesn't make any sense. Sample pack break 7 is what we're doing right now. 8 and 9 are already sold out. So we have 2 more sample packs already sold. And then sometime like in that first or second week of January, I'll probably open up sample pack break 10. And I don't know. If it goes nuts again and sells out instantly, maybe I'll just do 3 packs that day. I don't know, man. All right, so we're in sample pack break number 7. And, all right, you got a message on Discord. Thanks, Jeremy. Congrats again, dude. And thanks to Joseph. Yep, he's the guy. All right, guys. So let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. And, all right, pick a number. Sample pack break 7 orders. Not yet. But we're going to go in 1 second. All right, take it easy, Joseph. A little too much eggnog for Joseph this morning. All right. Go now 1 to 100 in the Discord channel. Sample pack break 7 orders. First one to get it wins the snow leopard. Sweet Jesus. It's a good thing these come in order. All right, I got to scroll up. This is madness. This is pure madness. All right, I don't see it yet. Don't see it. Scanning. Hey-oh! It always comes early, doesn't it, guys? All right, we have a winner. I see it. Let me tell you what it is. I'm gonna leave this channel for a second. Someone hit the nail on the head pretty early. Let me just make sure. We got the 69 was I intentionally didn't go anywhere near 69 because I knew you animals would pick that fast. All right, guys. So look, let me explain to you. The first one was Joseph's favorite number, and apparently Jeremy's as well. But the way I picked the number here is fitting for the Collector Arthouse channel. The number of artists in Sorcery Alpha is what? 36 artists in the Alpha debut. So that was my number. A nod to the artists. Again, thank you for making this project one of the most significant art projects of our lifetime. I truly believe that. It's going to be absolutely huge. It already is huge. You see it in evaluations of these artist proofs of the original art, the excitement around the game, the tremendous success for Eric and his team. Eric and Simon running the ship, Nick Reynolds with the brilliant gameplay design, Rafa and company working on gameplay, Ira, good luck to you in the future, man. Everyone contributing to this game, absolutely incredible. But the artists stand alone as the king of the hill, the true talent that makes it truly special and amazing, in my opinion. The 36 artists. So number 36 is what wins. And going back here, I'm 20 minutes late from the wife here on my commitment for 2 hours. 36. Who guessed it? Who guessed 36? All right, we started with the Bushman. 36 was Syntho Cybin, man. You are the winner. Clap, clap, clappity clap. Everyone's congratulating him. So Syntho Cybin, hit me up with a DM and let me know your shipping information. And you are the winner. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to everybody who dialed in. 80 followers. I don't know. Maybe it's I'm only like the number 7 content creator or so. I got YouTube is not my primary platform. Quality is probably not exactly top notch. I never do any video editing. Rarely. Sometimes I insert like a funny little clip or something for everybody to enjoy. But, YouTube is not really my primary. So I appreciate the over 1,000 people to subscribe this year when I made this channel earlier. I don't know, late first quarter of this year. So hitting 1,000 in the first year is really, really good, I think. So I appreciate that, guys. Appreciate your interest. And thank you for being here on Christmas Eve. I wish you all a great Christmas with your friends and family. Hope it's positive and fun and memorable. And we'll see you again in 2 weeks for another live event. 2 more sample packs. Let me know if you like all the show and tell and story time about the early historical development of the game, or looking at paintings or whatever. I always like to add a wrinkle like that for a little bit of fun. So just let me know. Thank you for being here. Merry Christmas. Keep it up, my friends. Keep it up. The positive vibes. Keep enjoying sorcery. Merry Christmas to all. Take care. Happy New Year. See you in 2 weeks. Take care.